your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. A day of pageantry and history at the White House for Britain's King Charles.
It was a red carpet arrival befitting a king and queen.
Honoring the British King might seem an ironic beginning to our celebration of 250 years of American independence, but in fact, no tribute could be more appropriate.
President Trump praising the enduring friendship between the two nations.
Americans have had no closer friends than the British.
I'm Linda Kenyon at the White House. The royals head next to Capitol Hill, where we hear now from CBS's Nicole Killian.
King Charles' speech to a joint meeting of Congress is the first by a British monarch in more than 30 years. The king's late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, delivered an address at the Capitol in 1991. Speaker Mike Johnson told reporters the state visit is, quote, perfectly timed to highlight the special relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. Even as President Trump was telling King Charles the U.S. has no closer friends than the British, the Financial Times here was leaking remarks from the British ambassador contending that America's only special relationship is with Israel and not the U.K. Christian Turner reportedly made those remarks back in February. Their publication now a potential embarrassment for the king and his presidential host.
CBS's Ramy Inocencio has the latest on what President Trump is indicating about the latest offer from Iran.
The latest we're hearing right now is that President Trump is not happy with this latest Iranian proposal, and that pretty much means that the Strait of Hormuz will stay blockaded as it is. Checking the price of oil right now, it's hovering between $111, $112 a barrel. This is the highest that it's been in about a month.
Former NBA player and assistant coach Damon Jones is set to plead guilty today in a gambling sweep that led to more than 30 arrests. Prosecutors say he cashed in on rigged poker games and gave sports bettors non-public injury information about stars, including his former teammate LeBron James. A suspect is under arrest in Georgia, accused of setting more than a dozen fires. CBS's Allison Keyes.
DeKalb County's fire chief says the suspect set as many as 15 fires. Crews worked through the morning yesterday to put them out. The fires were set near the campuses at several schools, including Georgia State Perimeter College and Georgia Piedmont Technical College. There have been no additional fires in the area since the suspect was taken into custody.
The Philadelphia Phillies have fired their manager, Rob Thompson. Wall Street, the Dow is up 102 points. The S&P is down 48. This is CBS News.
Every Sunday, moderator Margaret Brennan goes face-to-face with top leaders to make you better informed. Face the Nation, Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Still to come, new scrutiny over the proposed Millionaires tax. But first, let's take a look at KIRO Newsradio traffic, and we've got some issues on the roads right now. Tack on about a 15 to 20-minute delay wherever you're going, and if you happen to arrive early, consider yourself fortunate. The biggest headaches, let's start from Renton into Bellevue. A super slow through Renton, almost an hour instead of the typical 35 minutes. Renton to Seattle, slow as well. It'll take you 50 minutes instead of 37. Both bridges across the lake heading east are delayed. And then on 520, just past 405, heading towards Redmond, you have at least one crash reported from what I can see. Some significant slowdowns impacting you getting onto 520 from 405. Now, heading into Seattle or Bellevue from the north is a bit of a mess as well. Think about an hour from Linwood to Seattle and take into account 77-minute drive from Linwood to Bellevue. And then on 167, the northbound on-ramp from South to 77th Street, that's across from the U-Haul. There's a collision partially blocking the right lane. Once you get on 167, not going to get much better. Auburn to Renton will take you 26 minutes. Traffic brought to you by KIRO News Radio.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm John Repp. A new document dump is intensifying scrutiny over Washington's Millionaires tax proposal, and the Attorney General finally answering some questions about it. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has the story.
After nearly 1,000 emails and documents uncovered an apparent plan to overturn case law leading to a graduated income tax on all Washingtonians, A.G. Brown was asked point blank, do you think it's appropriate for your office to be giving lawmakers advice on how to break the state constitution?
It is very common for AG's offices to advise their clients on the law, the status of cases. It is something that all of my predecessors have done. So yes, I think it's pretty common and appropriate.
Brown also denies advising lawmakers on how to avoid a referendum on the Millionaires tax. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
Alki Avenue is getting new pedestrian lights after a string of smash-and-grab break-ins that left small business owners in West Seattle frustrated.
We don't want any repairs that we need to fix on the side that we already have other bills on top, so it's pretty tough.
Erica Torres co-owns Fire Tacos, spoke with KIRO 7 earlier in February after thieves broke into her shop. Voters in Tacoma will decide today on a $155 million parks improvement package.
Improvements for the entire park system would span about 6 years and help fix up the 120-year-old park system. Now, if approved, it would generate $155 million for more than 100 projects in at least 40 parks, community centers, and zoos across Tacoma.
That's KIRO 7's Lindsay Sheldon. And the city of Everett says it needs another $10 million to complete design of the ballpark that would be the new home of the Everett Aqua Sox. The Seattle Times reports the new stadium would help the team comply with new field requirements imposed by Major League Baseball. Barnes & Noble returns to downtown Seattle after a 6-year absence. The new store at 520 Pike opens May 6th. KIRO News Radio weather. Cloudy skies, some early morning drizzle continuing on throughout the later morning. Cool today, the high 57 degrees. Wednesday, sunshine returns, the high 67. And then clouds in the morning on Thursday, partly cloudy in the afternoon. Still cloudy on Friday, but clearing up after Saturday morning. And a heads up, we could see a high of 77 degrees on Sunday. Currently in downtown Seattle, we have cloudy skies and 50 degrees. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Tuesday. Ursula, I am just to the point where every time, and by the way, I just want to set the scene here. When I turn the microphone on, and the first thing when I say something to you, I stare right outside of the KIRO studios.
And you see
and so
no
the
sun
first thing
peeking.
I do is like if it's sun or if it's not sun. And if it's not sun, the reason why I'm this way is you blame Ursula for this because you didn't used to pay attention, but now I pay attention every time.
Your mood is weather dependent.
I mean, I'm still in a good mood, but I'm just like, come on now, son.
Yes.
We're getting close to May.
I heard
Let's
Nick
go.
Allard say that we could have the warmest days. We could even top 70 degrees. Didn't he say?
Did he this weekend?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
what we got today? Good morning, Ursula.
Well, what jobs are AI proof? Do they even exist? Well, that's what a lot of college students are asking these days as
Yeah.
they try to figure out their major. So we're going to get into all that at 9:30.
Yeah.
At 9:47, we do have the world famous Would You Rather segment. And then I know a lot of people were really concerned about something that you dropped on all our listeners yesterday about scenarios.
Yeah.
That was there are a lot of people who are upset about the idea that we would consider pulling it back.
All right.
So still in consideration, right?
By the way, where's the text line? Make sure y'all text today. It's Tuesday, no sun, so I need some help to keep me awake.
Okay, 888-973-5476, 888-973.
Here we go. Top stories of the day brought to you by Pendergast Law.
And we are starting this morning with two top stories involving State Attorney General Nick Brown. The first is about what you're actually paying at the grocery store. The AG has now filed a lawsuit against Safeway, Albertsons, and Hagen over those buy one, get one free deals. And our reporter Luke Ducey's been looking into this, and he joins us live.
Yeah, so this lawsuit was just announced yesterday, and here's the claim, that these stores have been doing this on staples like bread, cereal, and fresh produce and other items as well, overcharging customers in more than 3 million transactions. So here's one example the AG gave us yesterday. At an Albertsons in Gig Harbor, the store hiked up the price of olive oil from $6.99 to $10.99 before 1 week before their buy one, get one free deal. And then when the deal was over, they knocked that price down 57%.
Consumers walk into these stores, think that they're getting a bargain, but in reality, they're just paying an inflated price for that first item.
You know, the AG also said they're allegedly doing this at a time when a lot of folks are struggling with higher prices across the board, trying to stretch their dollars.
And my daughter was even commenting about how expensive our sort of regular weekly trip to the grocery store was. And part of that is because of misleading practices like this.
Yeah, so huge lawsuit. Albertsons Companies, that's the name of the parent company. They sent me a statement yesterday saying that they apparently had already been talking with the AG about this before the lawsuit came out. And they said, we engaged in good faith discussions with the Attorney General's office and strongly disagree with its claims, which are based on flawed analysis and data errors that we identified and raised. However, it's not the first time they've been in trouble with this. This is the parent company based out of Idaho. They paid more than $100 million to settle a similar class action lawsuit in Oregon back in 2016.
So if the state wins, what does this mean for us shoppers?
Good question. And we asked the AG that question. We're going to get our money back. He's asking for
I want some cold hard cash.
He's asking for that, you know, for restitution, you know, but you know, you're probably not going to see that money from the grocery stores.
Okay, I need to wait, you say we're not going to see, there's not going to be refunds, there are be fines, changes in pricing?
Not a class action. Okay. So it's not as though you're going to get a chunk of change. But maybe it'll go to, if they win, it would go to the state in penalties, and you might see that, you know, appear somewhere else.
Okay. I'm sure if the lawsuit happens against them and Safeway Albertsons has to pay out, I'm sure, you know, grocery will go down significantly after that, right? They won't go higher because of it.
Oh, really? Gee, that's kind of wishful thinking. I got to say, though, because the lawsuit here is targeting Safeway, Albertsons, Hagen. Mm-hmm. Those are not the only grocery stores that do the buy one, get ones. And right. I'm sorry, but just as the average shopper looking around, and I could name a few other grocery chains that I think the AG's office should be looking there as well, because suddenly the prices are a lot higher for that, you know, pack of chicken and buy one, get one. And then it changes. In my opinion, G, I say just grocery stores in general, how about you just give us great prices all the time?
I've been saying that for years.
Because all of these manipulations.
Just give us the price.
I know.
I'm going to blow your mind a little bit more. Okay. So
okay.
Think about this, because a lot of those are just, you know, just cards on a shelf. But
yes,
you've seen some of these new digital readers.
Yes.
You know, where it gets a digital
surge
price.
Pricing.
Yeah, and you know, there were questions about allegations that could companies manipulate that using AI algorithms, where the price would fluctuate not only, you know, day to day, but maybe shopper to shopper. You know,
well, and that's something that is a hot topic right now. Right. Exactly. Okay, I want to hear from. We're going to ask you about the millionaire tax here in a second, Luke. But Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line 888-973-5476 888-973 KIRO. What are your pet peeves when it comes to discounts, and would you rather just have the price? Because I like a discount. I mean, I love the idea of getting something for cheaper, but not if it means, you know, allegedly that the price is getting jacked up. So would you want just to know the price flat out and forget the discounts, or are you someone who always looks for discounts? Okay, text us, 888-973-5476. Let's talk about the millionaire tax, speaking of money, because you did finally have a chance to get the AG's response to allegations that the state attorney general was working, it almost sounded like in cahoots with state lawmakers to change basically or on a legal strategy. Right, on the millionaire tax.
Yeah. Right on the heels of your interview with Senate Majority Leader Jamie Peterson yesterday, who was the sponsor of the millionaire tax bill that's now law. I would highly encourage everyone listening right now, and if you're watching on the YouTube feed as well, go to YouTube, go to mynorthwest.com, see that full interview with Gee and Ursula and the Senate Majority Leader. Really insightful. But on the heels of that, you know, let's be fair. The AG's office, we've asked them multiple times on this issue about allegations about their involvement and advising Jamie Peterson and others on different points of leading up to as they were working on this bill when it was still on Capitol Hill. Just sitting there. I'm sorry, I rhymed with just like the little kids.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse Rock. Thank you. But and every time they've gotten back to us very, very quickly with very pointed responses. But this was the first time we heard from A.G. Brown himself, and this is about thousands of emails and documents that were uncovered by Center Square, appearing to reveal a plan to get the state Supreme Court to overturn case law that would lead to a graduated income tax on all Washingtonians eventually. Well, Brown was asked point blank right off the bat by a Center Square reporter, do you think it's appropriate for your office to give lawmakers advice on how to break the state constitution? Here was his answer.
Well, I would disagree with your framing of it, but it is very common for AG's offices to advise their clients on the law, the status of cases. It is something that all of my predecessors have done. So yes, I think it's pretty common and appropriate.
And to be fair here as well, I've read the emails. It doesn't appear anywhere to me that Brown's office gave specific advice on how to specifically break the Constitution. I think the question jumps a couple of steps ahead. Were they advising on that? Yes, and I can explain that in just a second. But also, A.G. Brown was asked, is it appropriate to work with lawmakers to help keep the millionaires tax off a ballot? Because remember, lawmakers said, no, this is an emergency and we need to get it passed, so we're going to pass it right now and not have it go to a vote to the people. And here's what Brown said to that question.
That's just wrong. If you look at the email communications, my Solicitor General and people in the office were talking about how this, because it's raising revenue, couldn't go to referendum. So we weren't trying to bypass the voters. The framing of the question and the reporting of that is just incorrect.
I remember early on, Democrats said that the millionaires tax was an emergency, that it would not go to a vote. Then they said, well, the Constitution won't allow it to be a referendum. And that is one of the things the AG's office was advising on. They were saying, hey, this can't go according to the Constitution to a referendum. So the messaging kind of changed there. Now, Peterson told you all that it would be an initiative, certainly at some point. But I wonder, we were talking about this in the newsroom as well, if the court, I don't know what will come first, an initiative or the Supreme Court case. I think this will go to the Supreme Court. If the court overturns this, let's say, this case law from 1933 and opens the door for a graduated income tax in the state, does an initiative even matter at that point? Because the legislature can then pass with, I think, a simple majority new tax laws.
I mean, and the state senator flat out said the whole point is he doesn't think it was unconstitutional, and they want to force the state Supreme Court to say, yes, this new income tax is not unconstitutional, and that old court got it wrong.
Based on his opinion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Luke, thank you.
Thanks, Luke.
You bet.
Always appreciate you coming in, brother.
Okay, another story that we've been all over after years of audits, red flags, and we're going to fix it next time. King County may finally be ready to police itself. So there's this new proposal that would create an independent inspector general's office with the power to investigate fraud, track taxpayer dollars, and hold departments accountable.
Today, there really isn't a place anywhere at the county where anyone from the general public who sees waste, fraud, or abuse can report it.
So this push is from Councilmember Rod Dembowski, who's been on our show several times in recent weeks. And of course, it comes after some very big problems were uncovered in an audit and reported by the Seattle Times. That audit looked at about $34 million in contracts and found improper payments, altered invoices, even payments to unauthorized subcontractors. And at the same time, the county was reviewing as little as 2% of contractors in some years, despite a goal of auditing a third of them. So we asked Dembowski about that when he joined us on our show.
There was a shift to say, let's fund some smaller startup organizations. And these organizations, in most cases, didn't have the experience, didn't have the capacity to, I think maybe they were more optimistic than capable to deliver on some of the programs. They fell down. There's also some that just defrauded us. People clearly stole money. You can just see it. And I am very frustrated that there has not been more action to have accountability on that. We're going to have a report coming out pretty soon from a private accounting firm, Clark Nuber, who we've hired to review those contracts. And that, I think, can serve as the basis to take next steps in terms of civil recoveries and perhaps even criminal cases. And there should be.
Has anybody ever had their house robbed before?
Yes.
If you've had your house robbed, imagine getting your house robbed 3 times, right? Check this out. You get your house robbed 3 times, and G. Scott is on the way to come fix your problem. And when I come over to fix the problem, guess what I do? I lock the door. That's all you're going to do? Yep, that's all I'm going to do. When I say robbed 3 times, I mean over the years, the Parks Department, King County, can't account for millions in grants. Human Services flagged for potential fraud. The King County Regional Housing Authority, $13 million gone, poof, gone just like that. And basically they are saying that Rob Dembowski, this is not towards you, but just in general, when I hear this, it's like, hey, taxpayers, we're going to finally lock the door. So basically, if you want me to sit here and clap and applause for you doing the damn bare minimum, the bare minimum is locking the door. This should have been locked in the first place.
Yeah, why have we waited so long?
Every single time, you ain't got a problem with an unlocked door asking for taxes, for levies. You don't have a problem asking for taxes and all those things. So basically, in 2026, you tell King County taxpayers, this is what you tell them. I know the house has been robbed 3 times, but I just want you guys to know we're finally going to lock the door. You should have been locked the door.
Mm-hmm. And I would extend this to every single agency and every single entity that gets large amounts of taxpayer money. If you're spending taxpayer money, regular independent audits should not be optional. They should be automatic. Not 1% to 2% of programs. Most programs should be subject to audit. If someone is caught defrauding the public, it shouldn't end in paperwork. It should end in prosecution. Otherwise, I mean, that's what accountability looks like. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to have big no votes.
Yeah. Imagine if police came to your house after your house got robbed 3 times and they said, oh, no, we're not. Don't worry. We're not going to prosecute those that broke in your house. All we suggest we do now is just lock the door.
Yeah.
No. I hope that is a clear visual for everyone.
Very clear. Well, everything's going up, G, except your paycheck. I'm just piling on the good news.
Okay.
So, you're paying more for gas, groceries, power bills, and soon now your sewage bill.
Yeah.
King County residents could soon be getting another hit with a proposed close to 13% increase in wastewater rates. According to the Seattle Times, that would mean about $8 more a month for the average household. It may not stop there, though, with another double-digit hike already on the horizon. And county leaders say this is about keeping up with growth, with climate change, and with an aging system that in some neighborhoods can still mix stormwater and sewage. And when heavy rains hit, those systems can overflow into local rivers. So the county says it needs to spend $14 billion over the next decade to fix it.
I got bored downstairs, and Ursula, I was reading this story, and I thought, oh my goodness, it's just another price hike, that deal. And I thought, the Gee and Ursula Show listeners, let's be real. Aren't you guys used to Ursula giving you news about, oh, it's going to be a price hike here, price hike there, right? There's always, so in this case right here, you're talking about a 12.75% sewage hike, which is $8 a month. So some people are like, oh, that's no big deal, $8 a month. And then on top of that, you start talking about gas prices right now. The state of Washington just hit a record, for gas prices at over $5 a gallon statewide, right? So then that happens. And so Ursula, what I did was I really started to break down, like when we talk about King County and who in King County. Now, I'll be real. The U.S. median household salary is $83,000 a year. The state of Washington's median household salary is $99,000 a year. The Seattle median household salary is $123,000 a year, 48% over the national average. Here's where I'm going with this. In Seattle, though, there's households in Seattle, Laurelhurst and some of those places, they good. This is nothing. Laurelhurst area, by the way, median household is $250,000 a year. In the CID over there, median household, $36,000 a year. So when we're talking about King County and Ursula brings you the news, just remember, the folks in Laurelhurst can afford $8 here and $5 in gas. The folks in the CID, they cannot. So we got to figure something out, Lorraine. we're going to have to figure out these price hikes that Ursula keeps bringing to the show, talking about she choosing joy.
I know. I'm sorry. The one thing that is not rising at 12% a year or 13% a year, your income. Okay, we need to choose joy.
Okay.
And we were going to talk about college students looking for AI-proof majors. Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's be positive about it.
Okay.
Because there are some.
All right, we'll do that next. Gee Ursula.
Local news from local voices you trust.
Flights out of Joint Base Lewis McChord.
KIRO Newsradio.
Questions about whether the Pentagon is deploying special forces to the Middle East.
The news you depend on.
Gas prices up 25 cents in the last week.
Conversation.
Then all of a sudden, Trump comes out, hey, we're having productive talks.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM. Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app.
Save $10 on a pair of Bosch Focus wiper blades. Our professional parts people will even install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's a tale of Tina searching up and down for decent GLP-1s, but got spun around.
Tell Good RX Reutin, hey, we got something new. GLP-1 prescriptions, all FDA approved.
Brand name meds, no flags that are red.
Clear pricing from the start. None of those hidden fees in your cart.
Delivered to your door or pick up same day. Darn tootin'.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Hot foot it to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With smart business buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Do you notice sounds coming from your crawl space or attic, or possibly stale or foul odors in your home? This could be that rodents have gotten into your attic and crawl and have made it their home. They tear up the insulation to make nests to have babies. They contaminate it with their biological waste, which can be harmful to your health. And they ruin your home's energy blanket, costing you thousands of dollars a year. If you even think you may have a problem, call Insulation Northwest today, and we will come to your home as soon as tomorrow and perform a free, no-obligation inspection to determine what the problem is. This inspection normally costs $199, but it's yours free just for calling today. If we discover any problem with rodents in your home, we can get them out and keep them out and restore your home's protective insulation blanket back to brand new condition. Let Insulation Northwest give peace and comfort back to you and your family and save you thousands of dollars in energy savings. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
I just can't dig it.
Dig what?
My water line.
Needs replacing?
And I don't want digging in my yard.
And maybe your driveway.
Can't dig it.
Don't dig it.
But how do you?
Apollo Plumbing replaces water lines without digging up your yard.
You're Dan.
From the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Apollo Plumbing.
Our trenchless technology replaces water and sewer lines.
Without digging up my yard?
2 little holes is all it takes.
Sounds better.
Faster, too.
And my yard?
Like we were never there.
Sounds spendy.
Not so much.
Oh?
In the end, about the same as that messy digging you don't want.
How do you figure?
Think about that landscaping you love.
Yeah?
Trenchless means you won't be paying to replace it.
Or my driveway.
We run everything underground.
Trenchless?
Do them all the time.
How about...
Easy payments?
Yeah.
With approved credit. Sure thing.
When can you get started?
We are the Ready Right Now plumbers.
Love that.
Apollo Plumbing, trenchless waterline replacement.
Sewer lines, too.
Can you dig that?
That I can.
ApolloPlumbing.com.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Need your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
We are facing an uncertain time when support for nonprofits is in danger. Now is the time to show up for them. Whether you give a little or a lot, every donation creates big change. Donate to nonprofits during Give Big on May 5th at wagives.org. It's up to us.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee.
Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most.
That finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a 6th sense. And that keeps you gaming in the fast lane, even when the whole family's banking on bandwidth. And here's the best part. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi.
Hey, let's face it, a lot can change in 5 years. Kids grow taller, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi? It would stay reliable and the price would stay put. The Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber. Connects to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm John Repp. President Trump welcomed King Charles and Queen Camilla to the White House today. The president noting the enduring special relationship between the U.S. and Great Britain.
We speak the same language. We hold the same values. And together our warriors have defended the same extraordinary civilization under twin banners of red, white, and blue.
King Charles will address Congress in the afternoon, followed by a state dinner. The United Arab Emirates announced that it will be leaving OPEC effective May 1st. Tom Closa is the chief energy advisor for Gulf Oil.
One of the residual impacts of this war is that you're going to see countries looking to add to their strategic reserves when we clear the war and get back to normal.
He speculates the UAE doesn't want to be held back in oil sales when the war with Iran is over. A woman who used a stolen vehicle to hit and kill a grandmother will spend the next 23 years behind bars. KIRO 7's El Thomas has a closer look at Nicole Romanov's sentencing.
Romanoff was driving a stolen truck in a neighborhood near Lacey in 2024, asking people for fentanyl. When one of them declined, she tried to run them over. She then went speeding down State Route 510. Deputies started chasing and then stopped as Romanoff blew through one red light after another, eventually smashing into another car.
At the time of her arrest, Romanov had a suspended driver's license and 3 outstanding warrants. If you're planning a trip to Mexico out of SeaTac this summer, you better check your flight. Delta is pausing or cutting back service to Cancun, Los Cabos, and Puerto Vallarta between now and November. Other airlines are adjusting flights for the summer as jet fuel prices soar because of the Iran war. And for the first time today, Alaska Airlines will take passengers on a nonstop trip from Seattle to Rome. The inaugural flight leaves the gate at 5:30 tonight after a mini celebration right at the gate with fresh cannoli and gelato. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 89 points, the S&P 500 down 49, the NASDAQ is down sharply at 322 points. KIRO News Radio traffic, I-405 northbound remains the worst corridor this morning, but you're seeing headaches all around. South Center to Alderwood on 405 is 63 minutes versus 47. The real issue right through Renton, especially right around 167. I-5 northbound, equally ugly. Federal Way to Seattle is 50 minutes versus the typical 35. Linwood to Bellevue at 63 versus 55, and the lake crossings are delayed but easing slightly. You have I-90 westbound, Redmond to Seattle. That's 24 minutes compared to the typical 19. Redmond to Seattle, 20 minutes versus 15 as well. Eastbound across the lake is slow as well. Traffic brought to you by KIRO News Radio. Here's a look at your weather forecast. Cloudy and cool today. The high only getting up to 57 degrees. Warmer on Wednesday, mostly sunny skies and 67 the high, and clouds creeping back in on Thursday and Friday, but you can expect a high of 72 on Thursday. And then heading into the weekend, we could approach 80 degrees on Sunday. Currently in downtown Seattle, 50 degrees, cloudy skies. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Did we hear that right? John Repp, did
Yeah.
you say 80 degrees? I was talking about 70s.
We could be pushing up to 80. And Saturday, it's going to be 69, but you're looking at 77 Sunday, 79 on Monday. So
You know who's in a good mood all of a sudden?
Yeah, striking distance.
Hold on, what we talking about? What we talking about around here?
John, thank you. Well, welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Now I have an extra bounce in my step thinking that we could hit 80s this early, and it's going to be early May, actually. So I wonder if that's going to be a record. Well, the thing that we're going to talk about this segment, G, is what should you study if you don't want a robot taking over your job before you even get your first one? Because that is what a lot of college kids are asking these days. And honestly, probably a lot of their parents, too, as they sign off on those tuition checks. There's this whole new anxiety around AI. Students are switching their majors. They're rethinking their careers. And one of the big questions is my major or my college degree even going to be worth anything in 4 years? Is it going to matter given what AI is doing? One student told reporters that she ditched business analytics for marketing, not because she didn't like it, but because AI can already do a lot of that work a lot faster and cheaper. So I'm curious, and I'm curious what you all are thinking when you think of the future 4 years from now, 8 years from now. What is going to continue to exist with AI? What kind of jobs? What kind of skills? What are you thinking?
This is what I'm thinking. Right now, we have a K through 12 problem. And what I mean by that is we have a curriculum problem in K through 12 that are not preparing kids for the future. Let's be real. Ask yourself, what do they teach in K through 12? This curriculum is designed for what? It is still designed for factory workers in the 40s and 50s. You're still doing the sit down, raise your hand to use the restroom, come back in. It's an hour class, but it's a 50-minute class, and the same design. So what's happening is kids are leaving high school. They're going to college. We're having this conversation right here about this. As a matter of fact, you got Brown University's president saying straight up, nobody knows what students need to learn to succeed 10, 20, 30 years from now. So if the president of Brown University is saying this, what do we think that a stressed out counselor is saying about juniors at a high school? My thing is that, look, AI is something that we all use all the time. So much so, since February of 2023, there has been a dramatic increase. Some of y'all said, I'm not touching AI. Today,
it's hard to avoid.
You can't take your hands off AI. You're in love with AI. Some folks are talking to AI before they have a conversation. Maybe some of you guys are going about life better. My point. I digress. Ursula, my angle today that I thought that you would like is this. We sitting here talking about AI and jobs and what type of careers to go for, but we won't address the elephant in the room. We have a K through 12 problem right now. And my question, when are we going to adapt in that area? Because if we don't adapt in that area, then you will talk about stories like this where people are like, I'm trying to go for these type of careers.
So when you say K through 12 problem,
yes,
in your perfect world, how would it change? Because in my estimation,
yes,
I think you survive AI and you thrive in AI if you continue to promote critical thinking. So not just trying to find the answers, but actually questioning them.
Come on, keep going.
Communication.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be clear. You have to be persuasive. There are a lot of things that AI cannot do that humans just do better. You know when something is written by AI. It sounds like AI.
It does.
You know that AI makes a lot of mistakes. You know that your AI answer is only as good as the questions or the things that you put into it.
Right. Ursula, you want to know a lot of times why some kids are good in school? Because they got a good memory. And a lot of times when you take that test, if you are able to memorize better than the person next to you, then you win in those grades. However, what schools need to teach, instead of what to think, right? Meaning like, hey, you got to memorize this.
And then, spit it back out.
Teach these folks how to think. I think what's happening in our schools, and by the way, I want to be clear on something. This is not demonization of our teachers, of our administrators. This is not a demonization of you.
It also needs to happen at home, too. We as parents need to, and again, not every home is the same, et cetera. I get that. But to try to put it all in the K through 12, I understand what you're saying is you can't just, focus on reading, writing, arithmetic, which are all important, but you need to understand it's like, I don't want to just spit it back out. I need to have critical thinkers.
Yes. Let's be real, yo. You go back to high school and you have a requisite, a prerequisite. You have to do 2 years of world history, right? And which, is important. And 2 years of U.S. history. I'd argue, what type of U.S. history did you learn? What we can get into this and you need to learn geometry. I'm just saying that right now, what we're learning, it is still the culture of, and when I think of school, I just think of raise your hand. What do you need, G? Can I go use the restroom? You may be excused. Take a pass, and you go get your pass, and you walk to the restroom. Come on now.
Right, rigidity does not work well for G.
So meanwhile, these kids, they leave school and they go out into the real world and they're on their phones. They can get everything on their phones.
Yes.
So it's outdated in school.
Yeah. So, but the things that don't change are the need for critical thinking, the need for great communication, the need to be adaptable. And that's a huge thing.
Yep.
Because things are going to be changing. You cannot anticipate what's going to be happening 4 years from now.
Yeah.
So get a good education, get a good, solid education. But again, all those, things are critical. And then maybe the most important thing would be embrace AI.
And
lean into AI. It doesn't take away these other skills that you have, but you need to understand it.
You want to know what used to be a big deal back in the day? At the very end of the school year, you looked at the back of your report card and it said pass or fail, right? Meaning, back in our day, Gen X, baby boomers, you could actually fail the grade. Today, look, I get the reasons, maybe not trying to fail kids, but I can go to school all day, every day, never do my homework, barely show up, and guess what? I'm still going to pass to the next grade. So what I learn? All right. World famous, would you rather? Next, Gee and Ursula.
KIRO Newsradio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
ICE agents have now been deployed to 14 airports across the country.
Traffic.
Did they open lanes?
They just reopened all lanes of northbound I-5.
Engaging conversation.
If he ends this right now, it only emboldens Iran. That's a big, big mistake.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
A one-hander! JSN!
Always here, always with you. KIRO Newsradio, 97.3 FM.
Ever wonder how much energy it takes to power your life? Streaming shows, running appliances, even using AI to plan your next trip?
A lot, and it's growing fast.
So we need more energy, and it has to be clean and reliable.
Exactly. That's why Energy Northwest is exploring new ways to keep power flowing sustainably to meet the rising demand.
All this new technology is exciting, but we need the energy to keep up.
And Energy Northwest is making it happen.
Where do I learn more?
Energy-Northwest.com.
Energy Northwest, powering our clean energy future.
The future of home comfort is here. The new Carrier Infinity system delivers premium home heating and cooling with innovative filtration for healthy air and over-the-air software updates that help optimize performance. Carrier, for the world we share.
Save up to $2,100 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates when you purchase a premium heating or cooling system, while also taking advantage of a special financing offer of 0% APR for 60 months. For details, visit CarrierNorthwest.com. That's CarrierNorthwest.com.
You can't control what's happening in the world. You can't control gas prices or what the market does tomorrow, but you can control whether your retirement is protected when the unexpected hits. That's what Rajiv Nagayach has dedicated his career to helping families do. Not just picking investments, but building one plan that brings your healthcare, housing, legal, and financial decisions together into a single strategy. A strategy designed to keep you out of a nursing home, protect your assets, and keep your family from becoming your unpaid caregivers. If the last weeks have made you uneasy about your future, you need help. Join Rajiv at a free 90-minute seminar this May. You'll see where most plans fall short and how yours doesn't have to.
Register for a free LifePoint Law Retirement Planning Seminar in Puyallup on May 5th, Federal Way on May 6th, Bellevue on May 7th, or Linwood on May 12th. Seminars begin at 6:30 p.m. Space is limited, so sign up at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Hey, Jake Skorheim here. Summer's right around the corner. Procrastinators, beware. Valentine Roofing schedule is filling up now, and you don't want to be stuck with the other guys. So call 206 Roofing today, and Valentine can still start your roof in as little as 3 weeks. Then you can enjoy barbecuing on your deck in the backyard without worrying about old shingles falling on your head. So call 206 Roofing today, and I guarantee there'll be no surprise, just a clear estimate that you can trust. Call 206 Roofing, and remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
Hey, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. I'm telling you right now some good news about the weekend and the sunshine.
Oh, my gosh.
That's going to be some
Sunday,
good stuff.
possibly 80.
Hey, coming up at 10 o'clock, we are going to be talking about Washington State got a good or bad, or they got a grade, I'll say, on
a horrible grade.
School cell phone policy. And I'm going to tell you.
The worst grade.
I'm going to cheat. I'm going to actually bring up something that I brought up just 6-7 minutes ago to answer the cell phone policy.
Oh, okay.
All right. World famous Would You Rather. Here we go. Would you rather have a central AC in your home or a pool in your backyard?
Central AC. Way less work. I'll just go to the neighborhood pool.
I'm with you. Same.
1,000%.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, you pulled a Ursula? You pulled
I love it. 1,000% for the emphasis.
I went to college in Southeast Ohio, and there was not AC was not standard in every house or in every dorm. And I said, I am not living in a dorm with no AC. I'm not living with that one. I need that AC.
Well, here's the other part.
Yeah.
for anyone who's ever owned a pool or had a pool in their home, they will tell you, they'll be the first to tell you, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it's expensive if it's going to be a heated pool.
Allie in Tacoma said, pool, baby. Come on, Allie. All right, here we go. Would you rather barbecue ribs that take 12 hours or burgers that take 12 minutes?
Burgers that take 12 minutes. I don't even like to cook. So the idea that I would be married to something for 12 hours?
I should have known.
Wait, what about you? You're
burgers.
going with
Burgers.
Okay, yeah.
Burgers.
But you're the guy that likes sous vide and all that stuff.
But it's ribs. I think ribs are such a low ROI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
really?
Yeah,
I love the taste of ribs.
They're good, but it's just like, that's it.
Yeah, the ribs are great. Ribs are delicious, but I think, especially in 12 minutes, you take your burger, you make a smash burger, make your own little burger sauce.
Yeah.
That's one of the best ones.
Nick, what you got, man?
Oh, give me the burgers because you can always dress it up the way you want it. And like you said, sometimes a burger can beat a steak. And the ribs, like you said, like it's a bad ROI. And I'd rather get some like pulled pork or something.
Okay, I'm just going to say Dave in the 206 is pulling for ribs because, man, ribs are not getting a whole lot of love right now.
Now, listen, I'm all about. I have no problem doing a 12-hour. I'll
briskets
the process,
and all that. Yeah,
the process isn't the thing that's getting in the way. I just prefer the burger to the rib. A 12-hour cooking process. I'm all for that challenge. Honestly, I love that, but I just like a good burger more than a rib.
That's
it might be crazy.
Okay, here we go. Would you rather have unlimited Molly Moon's ice cream or unlimited Dick's Drive-In Burgers?
Molly Moon's ice cream, unlimited. I'll just have to figure out a way to make ice cream taste good to me again. Ice cream? Are you kidding me?
I mean, now here's my breakdown here, right? I think you get more bang for your buck with the free ice cream because Dick's isn't all that expensive. If I'm going, and get a nice gourmet sundae, I love me a milkshake, but I never get milkshakes because I don't want to be paying $12 at $12.13 at Molly Moo's. Now Dick's has got you covered there, but Dick's is I think cheap enough still on the burger front where give me the free ice cream and I'll just pick up a bag of Dick's on the way with my free ice cream. I'll be set.
Nick, what you doing, man?
Paul brought up a good point with the expense ratio, but I like burgers more than ice cream, so I'm going with Dick's.
Me and you both.
Yeah.
Give me the Dick's burgers. No question
Just
about
put
it.
cheese on the deluxe Dick's, please. Or what, the one that doesn't have cheese, that one that has the relish and doesn't have the cheese. If they just put cheese
it's called
on
plain burger.
No, they have one of theirs is it's got their relish, it's got everything, but they don't put cheese on it. I think it's the special.
I think you're right.
Yeah, if you put the cheese on it, it'll be perfect.
Would you rather camp 3 nights with no phone or stay home 3 nights with no internet?
Camp. If I'm going to be stuck with no internet, let me go enjoy the wilderness.
Keep me home. Keep me home.
Wait, time out. Paul,
wait.
You would really be okay with camping with no phone at all?
That's literally what camping is. Yeah, you turn the phone into airplane mode, go enjoy the beautiful wilderness of Washington.
Can I make a confession?
Sit by the river and enjoy the water.
What's your confession?
First confession for the Gee and Ursula Show.
What?
Do you know I'm 60 years old and I have been camping twice in my life.
Oh, really?
I love camping.
Yes. Well, wait a minute.
I'm once. Once for me. And y'all, hey, look here. And by the way, I just want to say
remember
to
that
all
was G's roll-away bag?
Yeah. Hey, listeners.
The Louis Vuitton bag.
I'm surprised. You guys are Mr. and Ms. Four Seasons over there.
I just want to say, listeners, you're the reason why I don't camp anymore. I went camping one time, and I showed you all of my camping stuff because I thought prepared, and you guys made fun of me so much. I haven't been back camping since.
It is our fault. I mean, Gee, you showed us a suitcase with wheels while camping.
Can I just?
And then I look, and then you showed a picture. I seem to recall you showed a picture of the inside where you had like deluxe sheets. It looked like 1,000-count sheets.
I just want to say this though about camping, and this is the part I don't think I ever told you guys, and this is the part where, besides you guys making fun of me on camping, here's one of the real reasons why I don't want to go back, and this is something I wonder if you guys have experienced this. it was around 3:34 in the morning, and I woke up, and it was so brisk. I mean,
Yes.
it was cold.
And if you're not prepared
and
for
I
that,
was cold, and I was just like, and I could not fall back to sleep. I don't want that feeling. It was like it felt like a panic type deal.
And what are you going to do? Wake everybody up
You
in the
know what I'm saying?
campground and say, yeah. No, I do.
I
I
want
do
to
know.
feel that again.
Not to mention my fear of bears. Not to mention, the number of times that I would have to get up in the middle of the night at this juncture of my life. That's not happening.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
You guys are missing out.
But I need to say something too. Like, you love to camp. Chef loves to camp. Nick, do you love to camp?
Oh, yeah. I was a Boy Scout, so I love to
See, I'm jealous of people who love to camp and do it with such ease.
And
I'm
do the glamping. Nothing wrong with
I know,
going
I
in.
need to do
Take some
maybe
of
a
the
little
amenities.
glamping.
There's so much. Go sit by the river. But no internet at home. You're still hanging out and still enjoying
Listen, when I was in Anacortes at my hotel, there was a lot of folks with their campers, plugged in or whatever. And I was looking down and I was like, yeah, that might be the life right there.
Yes.
With your camper.
Have a camper.
Have a camper.
Have a camper next to a resort. Now, I can
I think it's for your own good you don't like to camp, because if you don't like to cook, you will not like to camp.
Yeah. Wait. That's Ursula.
Yeah.
I like to cook. And by the way, you might go with some friends that like to cook. All right. Hey, coming up next here on the Gee and Ursula Show, Washington State got a bad grade when it comes to cell phone policy. Let's dig into that and let's see what you think they can do to get a better grade. Next, Gee and Ursula.
Local news from local voices you trust.
Flights out of Joint Base Lewis McChord.
KIRO Radio.
Questions about whether the Pentagon is deploying special forces to the Middle East.
The news you depend on.
Gas prices up 25 cents in the last week.
Conversation.
Then all of a sudden, Trump comes out, hey, we're having productive talks.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM. Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home in Washington, recent headlines might concern you. Talk of pocket listings or private networks where only certain consumers see certain properties are all over the media. Good news. The legislature recently passed a bill to protect you in your transaction. No secret deals, all listings available for everyone to see, not just an exclusive club of insiders. This means more competition, better offers, and fair access for all consumers. Learn more at warealtor.org. Sponsored by Washington Realtors.
Hey there, Dawn Riling with Olympic Hot Tub. We're here to help you achieve total wellness at home. Right now, save up to $2,800 on a saltwater hot spring spa for fabulous healthy soaks. Or save up to $12,000 on an endless pool swim spa and turn your backyard into a year-round swim oasis. These massive savings end April 30th. OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Olympic Hot Tub.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need to get the job done. With fast delivery you can depend on and access to technical product experts ready to help you meet any challenge. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Unlock smart business buying with fast, free delivery on millions of items and practical AI innovations that automate repetitive tasks so you can make smarter decisions faster. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon,
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
The Puyallup RV Show is back April 30th through May 3rd. Check out all the new and pre-owned models from 15 local dealers. Kids and parking always free. PuyallupRVShow.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Trump hosts King Charles.
A royal welcome indeed, as President Trump and the First Lady welcomed King Charles and Queen Camilla to the White House. The president noted the enduring friendship between the U.S. and the U.K. as the U.S. celebrates 250 years of independence.
Let us remember what has made our countries the two most exceptional nations the world has ever known.
And Trump said the two nations must go forward as the model for liberty and excellence, which he called a shared gift of all mankind. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
On the economy today, gas prices have hit a 4-year high.
AAA says the average price for a gallon of regular gasoline is now $4.18, and this Uber driver in Boston says.
Price per gallon of gas, it's killing us.
AAA says with the busy travel season just weeks away, the prices are likely to climb and hurt people's vacation plans.
I'm going to have to take out less trips and stuff like that because it's getting ridiculous.
Some are considering staycations. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Concerned about oil production limits, the United Arab Emirates is leaving OPEC, effective at the end of the week. CBS's Ramy Inocencio.
It could make oil prices cheaper because OPEC basically controls prices. And we know that President Trump, over something like the past decade, 15 years, has been saying that they have been ripping people off with the ability to set those prices.
Months after a major gambling sweep swept up NBA head coach and others, CBS's Michael Wallace tells us a former player and assistant coach has pleaded guilty to 2 counts.
Damon Jones is the first person to plead guilty in the case, in which more than 30 basketball stars and alleged mobsters were charged. He admitted he helped defraud sports betting companies by using his connections to get insider information on players' injuries. He pleaded guilty to a single count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Others charged in the case, including former NBA stars Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups, have shown no interest in pleading guilty.
Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis pushing state lawmakers now to approve a redrawn congressional map that would likely give Republicans up to 4 more seats in the House. CBS News election law contributor David Becker.
Tens of millions of voters are going to find themselves in entirely new districts with new representatives, unfamiliar with what the lines of those districts look like.
All those meals that went unserved at the White House Correspondents' Dinner last weekend? Turns out the steak and lobster was given to 2 shelters for abused women and children. Wall Street, the Dow is up 12 points. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeCopel. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Coming up, digging into the Millionaires tax and new questions. But first, KIRO Newsradio traffic. This traffic picture is improving, but I'll be honest with you, not much. Federal Way to Bellevue will still take you 55 minutes instead of the usual 39. Still slow moving through Renton. It is worse on I-5 northbound, really solidly slow, heading from Renton into Seattle. It'll take you 41 minutes. You're seeing traffic continuing to slow down rather than clear up here, which is odd for this time of the morning. If you're trying to get to Linwood from South Center, it will take you about an hour no matter which route you take. And unfortunately, the reverse is true from Linwood to South Center. The other way around, actually. Flip a coin. If you're going north, if you're going south, it's going to take about an hour either way on 405 or I-5. The good news is that the lake crossings have cleared. Seattle to Woodinville, relatively smooth. This traffic report is brought to you by the Home Comfort Alliance. Considering a new Carrier cooling system before the summer heat wave? Get a price estimate on your phone in 60 seconds from Home Comfort Alliance. Visit homecomfortalliance.com now.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm John Repp. We're learning more about the state millionaires tax thanks to newly released documents, and State AG Nick Brown is finally responding to questions about it. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has the story.
When asked, is it appropriate to work with lawmakers to help keep the millionaires tax off the November ballot, AG Brown attacked the question.
That's just wrong. My Solicitor General and people in the office were talking about how this couldn't go to referendum, so we weren't trying to bypass the voters. The framing of the question and the reporting of that is just incorrect.
Brown also denied his office helped Democrat lawmakers plan to force a challenge to case law in the state Supreme Court and change the Constitution, paving the way for a graduated income tax. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A 60-year-old Skagit County woman accidentally drove off Chuckanut Drive and plunged more than 100 feet down an embankment.
She told troopers she was stuck there for 3 days. You heard that right. The crash happened on Wednesday. The woman called 911 on Saturday morning. She told dispatchers she couldn't get her phone to work, but was finally able to turn on her car to charge her phone. First responders were able to rescue her from the car and took her to the hospital.
KIRO 7's Lindsay Sheldon says the woman was treated for dehydration but is okay. Sound Transit is unveiling new paid parking permits at 3 light rail stations. Starting Friday, you can apply for $60 monthly passes or $6 day passes at Northgate and the 2 Shoreline stations.
Paid parking is a response to robust demand. Hopefully that we will be able to free up some spots with this by having some people pay and create some churn in the garage so more people can avail themselves of our parking facilities.
The passes are not required. Sound Transit's David Jackson says the agency is also expanding the free carpool permits at Linwood and Mount Lake Terrace. Overnight, gas prices reached their all-time record high in the Seattle area. According to AAA, a gallon of regular averages $5.72 here. That beats the old record set in 2022. The national average, $4.18. KIRO News Radio weather. Cool and cloudy. All day today, the high 57. Mostly sunny tomorrow and warmer with the high 67. Then partly cloudy and even warmer on Thursday. 72 degrees the high and slightly cooler on Friday. But heading into the weekend, we will see those temperatures reaching the upper 70s on Sunday, getting closer to 80 on Monday. Currently in downtown Seattle, cloudy skies and 50 degrees. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Oh, that was a good break that we needed. During the break right there, I just want to share something with you. I have one particular meal every single day. Usually, Ursula, I have it around 1 o'clock. But today, I got some stuff I have to do, so today I had it at 10 o'clock.
Okay, and what's that meal?
And that's 2 slices of thin cut Dave's Killer Bread with some avocado.
Avocado toast.
Avocado toast. Wait a minute. Listen, avocado toast is probably the best meal ever created. But I realized something. I forgot my everything bagel seasoning on there. But man, I'm telling you right now.
It's hitting.
It just hit. So if you guys say, "Oh, G's in a good mood," because I just had some avocado toast.
Okay, I know this is so behind the scenes kind of stuff, but I think our listeners like it when we share behind the scenes. I'm telling you, I have noticed that you are shrinking.
I'm trying.
You are getting shredded.
I'm trying.
You have been working so hard. And I hope that's not inappropriate, everybody, as I'm throwing it out there.
No, it's not an HR nightmare.
Because aren't we talking about oversharing coming up at 10:30?
Oh, we are.
Is TMI really such a bad thing? That's what we're going to be talking about at 10:30.
Yeah, text in if you guys got anything extra to add to the avocado. By the way, I don't think you need to add anything to avocado toast. Lord, bacon?
Little tomato, maybe?
You just messed up the whole thing, Ursula. Oh, man. All right, what we doing next?
Okay, well, just a reminder, Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. You said, what could you add? So I gave you bacon.
Bacon.
Like, have you never heard bacon avocado toast?
I personally don't need bacon.
Yeah, nor do I. That doesn't mean I don't have it.
No,
okay, 888-973-5476.
With a little crunch. Oh.
Yes.
All right.
888-973 KIRO.
What's new at 10?
Okay, Washington schools just got an F. Didn't come from a student.
Yeah.
A new National Phone-Free Schools report card says our state is failing when it comes to keeping cell phones out of classrooms. And even the state's top education official admits, yep, we're behind.
We are behind, and this state has to take more risk when the research is clear. Even if we have to kind of come back and revisit it, it's time to have a statewide policy that says bell to bell, we're not going to have phones on.
That is schools superintendent Chris Rakedahl basically saying, yeah, look around the country. This is already happening elsewhere. And he says the research backs it up.
Common thread is that this really does work. It's not perfect, but students tell us, you know what I did at lunch? I talked to my peers.
This new report gave Washington only 50 points, and that's only because lawmakers tried to pass a bill limiting phone use, but it failed. Meanwhile, 27 other states already require phones to be put away during class time, some going even further with full bell-to-bell bans. The group behind the study says Washington is dragging its feet, ignoring what they call clear evidence, fewer distractions, better mental health, and stronger social connections when kids are not glued to their screens all day.
Ursula, we've had the discussions about banning cell phones all the time.
And I'm in favor, and I've always been in favor. Just want to make that clear.
Fair.
Yes.
And you know what? Somebody listening right now, you're probably in favor. Let's just cut out the stuff. Washington is always going to fail. You're talking about like tech. You're talking about kids here. Like, I'd argue that the tech world, being connected technology with cell phones, is way more than being, no disrespect to the South, but we're talking about the Seattle area, the state of Washington. So I just have another angle. Look, if you guys ban them, not whatever. What about this? How about we stop banning them? How about we
not?
How about we realize that every child has basically a supercomputer in their hands? So let's do this. Let's teach kids how to use them. Let's learn phone literacy. Let's learn AI literacy. Let's actually learn something with the cell, because obviously you're failing. This whole ban them thing ain't working. You know what this?
No. They're failing. So this group says Washington is failing because the legislature had a chance to say that you cannot use cell phones during school time, and lawmakers didn't do anything about it.
No. I know that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm just bringing a different angle. I'm just saying, well, what about this? If kids are going to be bringing cell phones, let's actually have classes, things designed around what you can do with the cell phone. You know what?
They don't need more things to do with the cell phone.
You know what the Bantam cell phone reminds me of? It reminds me of the 80s. Did any of you guys in school to have the DARE program come to your school and you had Nancy Reagan on TV? This is your brain on drugs. Just say no. But it ain't working.
I know.
It ain't working.
What's not working is allowing kids to continue to have their phones in the classroom. Would you not agree with the studies that show that there would be fewer distractions? The kids are too distracted right now. Talk to any teacher. Vast majority will tell you the phones are to their detriment to have them in their hands.
Can I just say this? No, I don't disagree with the study. I'm actually on your side with this, Ursula. I believe it. It's a distraction. It's not just a distraction for kids. It's a distraction for adults.
Exactly.
Some of the Billies and Joes can't even do their job. So all I'm saying is how about this? How about we try something different? When earlier today, when I was talking about changing the school curriculum, let's do something to involve cell phones so that these kids can be better. Okay.
And the reason I say no is because they have cell phones constantly. I mean, you cannot get their faces out of their cell phones. And the whole point is, we are lagging behind for so many different reasons with education in this state and in this country. And The fact that 27 other states have already required phones to be put away and Washington is dragging its heels. Why the hell?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. Let's compare education when it comes to other states. Let's do that. Because there's some states that consistently are in the bottom here in the country.
Sure.
And you did a great job with that cell phone policy.
Well,
but you're still ranked 49th and 50th in education.
Well,
in the state.
this is a new report, and this is solely looking at not outcomes. It's looking at just who's doing a good job with trying to control cell phones. And I think if you talk to most parents, and if you talk to just about every teacher and every administrator, they're going to say having all that access to phones, not to mention the bullying that goes along with it, not to mention the mental health harm that is being done with cell phones in schools. They can be without it during that break. You could still reach them in an emergency. I know that's one of the criticisms, and one of the pushbacks was, what if I need to get my kid, if there's a school shooter or whatever? And I understand that, but there's got to be a way to work around that while still keeping the phones out of the kids' hands during school teaching time.
Let's see what we can agree on. Can we agree that today's school curriculum is not interesting or beneficial for kids today?
Which part? Sorry?
Today's school curriculum. Remember flying on planes without any type of technology? That's what school still feels like today. Still, hey, go to school, put away your cell phone. Like, let's think about this in a different type of way. That's all I'm suggesting.
Yes.
I'm not saying I know the answer, but I think school for today's kid, being in school for 7.5 hours?
Yeah. Well, you know who's the teacher? Jeff and Bonnie Lake. And he says, I wish I could agree about teaching them how to use the phones. We've tried. It's not working. Education research is starting to point to going back to pencil and paper period because the tech is not helping what y'all just did a segment on. Critical thinking. Good point, Jeff. Good point. Yeah.
No. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I love you, G. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about sound transit, our favorite sound transit topic. Well, this time we're talking about parking garages and a lot of people being challenged trying to find a space each morning. So Sully is here because there's some new information on big changes when it comes to parking.
Yes, Sound Transit's offering paid parking at 3 of their garages starting Friday. Something they've never done before.
Okay, why paid parking?
Okay, now, again, let's lay the groundwork. Let's lay this right out front. There are not going to be gates, and you're not going to get a ticket. It's not going to be you have to pay. They are now offering paid permit parking. Say, for instance, Ursula, you would take the Linwood Light Rail every day to go to work. You don't have to be at the office till 8. But to get a spot at Linwood, you got to show up at 6. And then you get to work 2 hours before. Now you got to figure out what to do. Now they are going to be offering $60 monthly permits, $6 daily permits. So for now, if I'm going to work there, if I don't need to be at the office till 8, I can show up to my spot at 7:15 with my go into my paid spot, and then get there and know that I'm going to have a spot. They have HOV free permits at several lots. They're going to expand that, but for the first time ever, they're now adding a fee payment for you to be able to do this if you take advantage of it. Only 25% of any lot where this is available, and the 3 spots they're doing it, Northgate, which obviously fills up every day, and then the 2 shoreline stations, north and south, one at 185th, one at 148th. Those are the only lots. They can only do 25% of any garage allowed the permit. The rest are all free, first come, first served basis. That's not changing. Okay. What they're doing is they're trying to provide a way for people who are daily commuters to know that, maybe they don't have to base their life on racing to the station to try to find a spot. They can now guarantee they've got a spot.
So if you're willing to pay, and if you have the money to cough it.
So it's kind of like the express toll lanes. If you have the ability to pay, you can maybe get a little leg up on the competition. I know a lot of people had sent me some notes about this before I did the story today, and they were concerned that that it's going to be paid for everything. No. It's just, this is an option now for people who have the money to be able to buy their way into a confirmed spot from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Absolutely love this.
All right.
Love this. If you have the ability, just imagine waking up. Think about this. Think about the stress that certain people have every morning wondering if they're going to get a spot. Now, I'm not even talking about your job you got to do. I'm not even talking about you having to drop off your kids and making sure you get your job done and making sure you get ready to go pick up your kids and you got all this stuff to do tonight. You got homework. You got, because they still give you homework, outdated curriculum. You see all these things. But now you have a situation, Sully, where you just know, I slap that permit on and I know when I get ready to go to work between 6 and 10, I'm going to get me a spot.
Yeah. That is, of course, if someone doesn't sneak in and take your spot, which can be an issue. But they better be towing, is what they better be doing.
Not tickets,
towing. I agree. Because a tow ticket, when you've ever picked one up, it's a lot more expensive than any ticket you're going to get. Going to that impound lot, that's a lot more expensive.
How much is this permit, bro?
$60 for a month, $6 daily.
As Barry in the 253 points out, that's a lot of money.
Right, if you can afford it.
Yes.
Right. So again, this is kind of because it's the Lexus lane of parking, but if you have the means, why not? But what's your time worth? As G said, if you're taking a train an hour earlier than you need to for your job,
you're willing to pay.
You're willing maybe to get that hour back, right? So you don't have to fight. I mean, yesterday it was interesting. It's funny. I drove through the parking lot at 185th. I shot some video. There's probably no greater video ever than a dashboard cam of me going through a full parking lot. Mm-hmm. Really exciting stuff. But yeah, it was full, and it was funny. I was going down to the last level there at 185th. There's another person coming up the other direction, and he was doing this. So I knew right away there was nothing below. Because he didn't just come from a spot. He was like telling me, giving me the old, you ain't got nothing for you.
Nothing.
And so, so it's just an option. It's a change. They're also adding HOV, free carpool stuff at Northgate at Mount Lake Terrace. They're going to see how it goes. They might expand this to the east side as well. Again, but these are for the lots that are 90% capacity all the time.
Now we talking. Hey, since we on this topic, Sully. And by the way, today I'm just bringing out new stuff because I'm tired of talking about the old stuff all the time. Here's a new idea.
I resemble that.
Here's the idea. How about, Ursula, what do you think about this? Being able to pay for carpool use. Yeah, you pay X amount a month and you get to jump into the carpool and you got your sticker right there.
Gee, as a man of the people.
I'm done with that. You see, for some reason, I'm done being the man of the people all the time. Sometimes I'm going to pay for things that I want to.
Get that good to go pass. We already have that.
Yeah.
We already have that. If you think about it, the express toll lanes, you can buy into the carpool lane.
But for I-5, bruh.
Oh.
I'm talking about, For I-5, let me go ahead and pay for that.
He wants the folks of means to have an easier drive every day.
I mean, what would you rather do? You rather catch us at least once every 3 or 4 years or make us pay for using it?
How many times have you been caught?
Remember, I'm done
I remember
now.
one.
I'm done now
one.
because Sully said that he told us that it's now a moving violation. By the way, if you're listening right now, if you get caught in the carpool lane, it's a moving violation. So it's not just a ticket, it's an increase to your insurance premium. Stay away from that carpool. Well, yeah, I want to pay for a carpool.
Yeah, but the only downside to that, G, is that I don't want to add tolling to I-5. It's already everywhere else. I want one freeway where it's not going to be tolled.
Can we not add,
please?
Thank you.
Unless you're going to build me 17 more lanes. I don't know where you're going to do it, but build me some more lanes. I might pay for that.
Yes.
But that's interesting. That's kind of like that. But no, I mean, so it's just kind of the ability now. It's like those who have maybe now have the ability to have things.
So how much of an impact do you think that's actually going to have?
Well, we'll see. Right now, only 5 to 10% of the people are taking advantage of that HOV permit. So it sounds like there could be some possibility for them to see. And again, they're going to run the numbers. For once, Sound Transit is kind of looking at things and going, okay, we're going to let the data drive things. We're not.
Nice.
I think they realize that they better change things.
Yes.
Or else, I mean, people who have already lost, most everyone's lost confidence in Sound Transit. Maybe this will help get it back a little.
Who's the CEO of Sound Transit?
Your good friend Dow Constantine.
Shane makes a good point. Carpool, Ursula, is filled bunch of cheaters that are in there.
That is true. Also very true.
So what we can do is we can increase the ticket price. If you get caught in the carpool, so instead of like the whole $137 for the first time, just make that thing $750 ticket, and then those can pay for being able to use the carpool.
Wow. That's a pretty hefty ticket. pretty hefty ticket. I might have gotten one this morning.
I know. Yeah, Ursula
to get around the left lane campers at 4 in the morning.
This G is.
Ursula's tripping. Yeah, because that OG always trying to do that. You know, it just ain't working out.
Let's just say
an man of the people for this week.
Hey, let's just say a certain interview yesterday might have opened some eyes to my person next to me. Got the new G.
His eyes have been opened.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I literally went home and I thought about that interview all night. And some of my homeboys hit me up and said, "Gee, I saw that look, bruh. I saw what you wanted to say to him." Man, boy.
Yeah.
If you missed that interview,
go listen to it again.
Listen to it.
Watch it again.
Watch it. Listen to it on our podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, it is being widely shared at the moment.
Yeah, that was a really good interview. Yeah. Glad you did it. By the way, I know we're out of time, but I got to weigh in on your cell phone thing.
Yes.
Come on, Ursula. The kids need to do their calci. I mean, seriously, they got to do their betting during class.
You just made my point. You just made my point. Thank you. No phones in classrooms.
Too calci. All right, good stuff. Ursula, I don't know where my show sheet is.
I'll help you. We're going to talk about TMI. Is it such a bad thing?
Okay.
I'm guilty of TMI, by the way.
All right, we'll do all that next. Gee Ursula.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
ICE agents have now been deployed to 14 airports across the country.
Traffic.
Did they open lanes?
They just reopened all lanes of northbound I-5.
Engaging conversation.
If he ends this right now, it only emboldens Iran. That's a big, big mistake.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
A one-hander! JSN!
Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick, because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
Hey homeowners, are you stuck on the credit card treadmill and stressed because your consumer debt and monthly payments are too high? Well, Brock Hewitt here with a smart solution. Your home's equity in the Seattle Metro is probably larger than ever. It's like you're sitting on a stack of cash. Consider a cash-out refinance with Tila Mortgage to consolidate your high-balance credit cards, second mortgages, home equity lines of credit, and student loans, or get cash for a remodel. With interest rates finally coming down, consolidating your debt now may be the best decision you ever make. With excellent client reviews and trusted in Washington for over 25 years, Tila has competitive rates on refinance, purchase, or reverse mortgages too. Tila, spelled T-I-L-A, is a name you can trust for truthful, honest, and ethical advice for all your mortgage needs. Call Tila Mortgage today, 206-766-8888. That's 206-766-8888 or
Tila Mortgage LLC is a mortgage broker. NMLS 2472046.
Support comes from Amazon Business. Free your team from time-consuming procurement tasks. Discover smart business buying, where unmatched selection meets AI-driven tools to simplify complex processes, so you can focus on what matters most. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Get $1,000 in free survival gear for a limited time. You heard that right. Right now, when you order the powerful Grid Doctor 3300 solar generator from MyPatriotSupply.com, we'll send you over $1,000 in life-saving preparedness supplies, including a 4-week survival food kit, water filtration system, an off-grid cook stove, and much more, absolutely free. This offer won't last long, so get your generator and free survival gear now at mypatriotsupply.com. That's mypatriotsupply.com.
The future of home comfort is here. The new Carrier Infinity system delivers premium home heating and cooling with innovative filtration for healthy air and over-the-air software updates that help optimize performance. Carrier, for the world we share.
Save up to $2,100 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates when you purchase a premium heating or cooling system, while also taking advantage of a special financing offer of 0% APR for 60 months. For details, visit CarrierNorthwest.com. That's CarrierNorthwest.com.
This is Congresswoman Marilyn Strickland. I'm working to lower costs, grow the middle class, keep us safe, and defend our freedom. I'm also here to help you with the IRS, Social Security, Medicare, the VA, passports, and more. We've recovered over $16 million for taxpayers and look forward to helping you. Call me at 360-459-8514 or visit strickland.house.gov.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Progressive knows life takes you in many directions.
Bear right at exit 32, then begin to wonder why you never bought a fish tank. In 1.3 miles, you'll realize you've been mispronouncing epitome your whole life. At the roundabout, you will remember you said something at dinner you wish you hadn't and will think about it for decades. You have arrived at your destination, but it turns out there really is no destination and life just keeps going.
Wherever life takes you, protect your home and auto with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Nothing worse than clutter. With Closets by Design, everything will finally have its place. 40% off plus 15% more and 18 months 0% financing on approved credit if paid in full. Closet.byDesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN today.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm John Repp. President Trump rolls out the red carpet for the King and Queen. CBS's Linda Kenyon reports from the White House.
A royal welcome indeed, as President Trump and the First Lady welcomed King Charles and Queen Camilla to the White House. The president noted the enduring friendship between the U.S. and the U.K. as the U.S. celebrates 250 years of independence.
Let us remember what has made our countries the two most exceptional nations the world has ever known.
And Trump said the two nations must go forward as the model for liberty and excellence, which he called a shared gift of all mankind. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Consumers are struggling to handle skyrocketing gas prices amid the war on Iran. CBS News correspondent Allison Keyes reports.
AAA says the price of gas is the highest it's been since April of 2022 as peace talks between the U.S. and Iran are at a standstill. This woman is watching the prices rise at a nearby gas station.
The one by my house yesterday was under $4, and now it's almost $4.15.
Many drivers in Boston say the cost to drive anywhere are ridiculous, and some are cutting back on food and household items as well. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
And can you imagine $4.15 a gallon here in Seattle, where the regular average right now is $5.72? That is a record high. New pedestrian lights along Alki Avenue are now in place. West Seattle business owners hope they will prevent a growing number of break-ins at beachfront shops and restaurants. Thieves broke into Fire Tacos on Alki back in February, and co-owner Erica Torres told KIRO 7 it had a huge impact on their bottom line.
It's very sad, especially small businesses, especially during, tax seasons as well. It's just really hard for us to try to move forward.
Taking a look at Wall Street, the Dow right now is up 23 points. The S&P 500 down 46, and the NASDAQ is down sharply at 294 points. KIRO News Radio traffic. South Center to Bellevue is the biggest issue on the board, but I've got overall good news is that a lot of these issues that we had earlier this morning are clearing up. But still, taking a look at that drive up on the east side, 37 minutes versus a typical 20. The slowdowns in Renton, the ones that you know and love, are still an issue. South Center to Alderwood on I-5 is 52 minutes versus 38, which is the average. And then the South Center area, just in general, remains gridlocked heading north in both directions. They'll hit some slowdowns at Boeing Field heading into town. The good news, the lake crossings are fully clear on both routes, all right at average. And then southbound from the north end, running below average. Linwood to Seattle on I-5 is at 36 minutes. That'll save you 4 minutes from your typical time. Traffic brought to you by the Puyallup RV Show. The Puyallup RV Show returns Thursday through Sunday. Hundreds of new and used RVs, huge discounts from overstock dealers. Now through Wednesday only. Buy a ticket, get another free. PuyallupRVShow.com. Here's a look at your weather forecast. Cloudy skies throughout the day today, the high 57. Some sunshine creeping in on Wednesday with a high 67. And then Thursday and Friday, mostly cloudy skies. The high 72 degrees on Thursday, dropping down a bit to 67 on Friday. Currently in downtown Seattle, 51 degrees with cloudy skies. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Tuesday to all of you. And I love this next topic because I'm guilty. I am guilty. So are you an overshare? Yeah?
Before we get into it, D-Dub in Lakewood told me no more avocado toast. And 425 says no more avocado toast. So I tell you what I'm going to do. Ursula, do you mind at 11 o'clock? You always ask me every morning, Gee, what's on your mind with the news?
I do.
There's been something that's been on my mind since the weekend.
Oh.
And I haven't shared it on social media.
Oh.
And I need to talk about this. So I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
Fill your coffee cups up. Because at 11 o'clock, I got a thing that I want to talk about. And by the way, this isn't some secret you know about. Everybody knows what I'm going to talk about.
And it's related to your avocado toast and maybe why you're doing avocado toast?
No. I think the avocado toast, they're saying like this is a new little G. Like G's like talking. So I'm going to give you something to talk about at 11 o'clock because there's something that is bothering me so bad.
Okay.
11
and
o'clock.
In full disclosure here, I have no idea what it is. You have not mentioned it. So this will be a surprise for me, too.
Okay.
I love it.
What we got?
Okay, but we're talking about oversharing or TMI, too much information. Have you ever been told that you are guilty of that? I've not been told, but I'll be the first to admit it. And the Associated Press spoke with a Harvard business professor, Leslie John, who also wrote a book on this topic. And she says, while most people worry about the risk of oversharing, opening up actually often builds trust and leads to stronger relationships. So that's her thesis statement, and that's the whole purpose of her book. And she talks about how she was drunk when she told two of her bosses about the time she had a bathroom emergency on stage in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And then she regretted it, and she's like, oh, no, this is going to kill my career. But instead, those bosses became her closest mentors, not in spite of the story, but because of it. It was like, hey, you're willing to put your information out there, show your vulnerability, show one of your lowest moments, and that kind of endeared her to them.
Right.
But she also writes that it's a delicate balance to walk because context is key.
Yeah.
You got to know when to open up about your personal life and when it can bring people together. But if you reveal too much and too soon, you can have the opposite effect.
Well, minus people that talk on the radio every day. We don't count, right? Because let's be real, we're TMI every day. And what we do. Now,
but I think you and I are maybe more so than many other hosts would be.
Yeah.
We bring in a lot of our personal life.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. So my next thing is look, we already are living in the most oversharing generation ever. Social media, the restaurant you're at, the vacation you're on, the food you're eating, the workout you're doing, your BFF, your new engagement. We just overshare all the time. Anyways, so I would argue against this article. I think TMI is something that it can be used against you. Some of your best currency, right, is your information. Hold that back. Silence sometimes is the best. Be more of a mystery, if you will. But again, I made sure I said this because I know what we do for a living. But if I did not do this anymore, I'm saying I would have less on the TMI stuff. I'm saying I would do social media. Like, for an example, if the day comes, they come downstairs and say, Gee, here's your walking papers. I'm telling you, I will be less and use social media way less.
Yeah. I mean, you use social media a lot more. The most I use social media for is the job.
The job.
I really don't do a lot of personal updates, but I consider our listeners kind of family. I really mean it, and it's a community. Mm-hmm. And so I will even share my family pictures and life goings on with listeners. Yeah. And I pay more attention to my work-related social media than I do my my personal one. Yeah, absolutely. But I think I would still be the same way even after I retire. Mm-hmm. And I say that because of the kind of relationships that I have, the kind of relationships I enjoy. I even recently had a get-together at my house, and one of the most meaningful things was where we all took a minute to share about ourselves and some things that were our highs and lows in life that's going on. And it was an amazing moment. I mean, it was like one of those things where once you open up, you open the door for someone else to open up. Yeah. And at a time when, we're more connected by social media and the fake crap, but we aren't really getting beyond that facade that so many of us put up, right? Mm-hmm. And so I am open to opening up about myself if it can help other people.
Well, often, Ursula, when we speak, we speak from a place of being on Earth for a few years. Few more years than Paul and Nick. And I would say this, and to Isabella's point that she just made, sometimes you got to be careful.
You do have to be careful
who you share information with, because some of these folks will use that information against you. Some of these folks, I put a thing up the other day. Some folks really don't check on you because of friendship. Some folks use you and check on you because you're a source, and you're a source for them in some way. And so you got to make sure. And so we talk all the time about King County and their audits. Sometimes you got to do an audit on your friend group.
You
got to do a
1,000%
real audit and ask yourself, what do they bring to your friendship? What is that? Because I done done some audits.
I love your eyes are big as saucers right now.
I've done some real audits, Ursula.
As you should.
And I found some fraud.
Once burned. Yes, it's not great when your friend group suddenly blabs and you're like, wait a minute. Luckily, I have not felt that way. But once burned, then you know. But when it comes to sharing what we share on the radio, for example, I'm not going to share anything that's going to put a negative light on, for example, my family.
Well, Jody in Mount Vernon says, please no more about Ursula's underwear.
Yeah, dude, who was that? That was not me that brought that up before the vacation. Someone else asked me how many pairs of drawers.
I think you did bring it up, and we just carried it on.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Okay, coming up next. Okay, here's what's got to happen. Yes, don't worry. We're not getting rid of scenarios because some of you all said, I won't listen to your show anymore.
Yeah, they said, I'm going to sports radio.
And you scared me. You scared me. All right, so at 11 o'clock, at the top of the hour, I need to bring something up that has been bothering me so much. It is crazy because there is hypocrisy to the fullest happening in this country. People that I know and love. It's crazy at 11 o'clock. But up next, scenarios.
local news from local voices you trust.
Flights out of Joint Base Lewis McChord.
KIRO News Radio.
Questions about whether the Pentagon is deploying special forces to the Middle East.
The news you depend on.
Gas prices up 25 cents in the last week.
Conversation.
Then all of a sudden, Trump comes out, hey, we're having productive talks.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM. Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app.
At Liberty Mutual, we love helping people with things like customizing car insurance, just like how we customize a song for you. Catered country tune. Liberty Mutual, saving you bucks while protecting your truck. Cause 30 told me to only pay for what I need. Thank you, Limu. I'll always trust in Limu with Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
You can't control what's happening in the world. You can't control gas prices or what the market does tomorrow. But you can control whether your retirement is protected when the unexpected hits. That's what Rajiv Nagayach has dedicated his career to helping families do. Not just picking investments, but building one plan that brings your healthcare, housing, legal, and financial decisions together into a single strategy. A strategy designed to keep you out of a nursing home, protect your assets, and keep your family from becoming your unpaid caregivers. If the last weeks have made you uneasy about your future, you need help. Join Rajiv at a free 90-minute seminar this May. You'll see where most plans fall short and how yours doesn't have to.
Register for a free LifePoint Law Retirement Planning Seminar in Puyallup on May 5th, Federal Way on May 6th, Bellevue on May 7th, or Linwood on May 12th. Seminars begin at 6:30 p.m. Space is limited, so sign up at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
If you're a homeowner looking to replace your comfort system, there's only one call you need to make. That's to Home Comfort Alliance, especially right now. As a Carrier Factory authorized dealer, they meet the highest standards for training, installation, and customer satisfaction. John Curley here. Efficiency, reliability, and quiet performance matter. Right now, when you upgrade to a Carrier cooling system, you get a heating system free. And they make it so easy with a 60-second price estimator. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com now. That's HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. You've heard the saying, you are what you eat. Eggs are an incredible source of protein and omega-3s. But have you thought about what the hens eat to make healthier eggs? At Wilcox Farms, our hens enjoy organic pastures and a diet of organic grains and flaxseed, creating vibrant yolks, richer flavor, and real nutrition for your family. Next time you're at the store, choose Wilcox Eggs. Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it today at carsforkids.org. Your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call 1-877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today. That's cars with a K.
Nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all. Sound like your home? Then call for your free inspection.
InsulationNorthwest.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It is the Gee and Ursula Show. I need a favor from you. I need you to stick around because in about 13 minutes or so, there's something that's been really bothering me.
Since the weekend, you said.
Since the weekend. It's a topic that you all know about. Everybody knows about this topic. And it has been bothering me so bad. And so, you know what? At 11 o'clock, we're going to talk about it. But right now, scenarios.
Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
My 8-year-old son just told us he no longer wants a camera in his room. I asked him why, and he says, would you want a camera in your room? My wife says we should honor it and get rid of the camera, but I'm not ready for that yet. What's the right thing to do here? 888-973-5476 is the Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. Ursula, what you think about an 8-year-old that says, I no longer want the camera in my room?
Okay, am I the only one who's going to the question of why does he have a camera in his room at the age of 8?
Well, I'm just sure he's always stayed in there. Like, he had a camera probably when he was an infant, right? And then they just never took it out. And so when he was 4 or 5 years old, he didn't know any different. Mm-hmm. Now he's 7, 8 years old. Now he's like, yo, get this camera up out of here.
So have a conversation. Why does a camera need to be in there?
Dad says I'm not ready for it to move yet. Dad still wants it. The wife says that they should honor it.
Yeah, I'm with the wife on this one. He's 8 years old. He doesn't like the idea of being watched. Would you like the idea of your parents seeing everything you're doing, even at the age of 8? No. The bedroom, at some point, and with some points in time, should be a place where you can have some privacy, even at the age of 8, unless you think he's up to no good.
I know.
So, I feel sorry for this kid. Like, what is happening?
I know. Your wife is right, man.
Yes.
Get that camera up out of there. 8 years old. Come on now.
What do you need? What is he doing? What is an 8-year-old doing that the need remain? You say, I'm not ready to move on. I get it when he's younger, but what is he doing at 8 that you need to have that instant thing? Ursula, I'm with you. This is the time to start building. This is to start building, your kid's personality, their trust, their all that stuff. The room is their space. It should be their space.
I'm just waiting.
Yeah, if I'm the wife, I'm asking the husband, why is it so important, and what exactly are you watching on this camera?
Well,
why is it what? And this is coming from I grew up in a very strict household. For example, my dad would say, would he even know? The whole thing about keeping bedroom door open. I didn't do that with my kids.
Oh, I did. No closing of the bedroom door. But
starting at what age? Any age. You never allowed them to close the bedroom door.
But by the time they got older, they just didn't. They just knew. Now, I want to ask, because I know we got listeners from all over the place. Now, I want you, and y'all be telling the truth about things. Did you guys have a camera in your kid's room? And if so, what age did you finally take it out? Or is there someone listening right now that's like,
I had a baby monitor, but it was out by the age of, 18 months?
But baby monitored in. If it were today and you had your sons, you would have a camera in their room.
You would? I would not.
Yes, you would.
I would want, no.
A camera, you would. That would be normal. These baby monitors are very. It's 2026.
2026. Okay, you would have a camera in there, but when your kid's older.
Yes, I agree.
By the time they're 2, it's out.
Mm-hmm.
2 or 3 max.
I'm with you guys.
Unless they have night terrors or whatever, but then if there's a reason I'm monitoring it.
Mm-hmm.
Then keep it as long as it's there to keep them safe. If it's there to spy on them, that's creepy. At age 8, that's too much.
Especially at 8 when they're actually they have personalities. They are people. They have feelings that you can actually talk to them about.
But here's the thing. Nobody is fessing up on the text line.
Okay,
Nobody has texted in and said that they have... Okay, some of you all have been guilty of this at some point.
Yeah, baby monitors.
Yeah.
What did you have?
We had the baby monitors.
Yeah.
I think the modern baby monitors
didn't have.
Yeah. So you're just asking today's.
They didn't.
You're asking today's kid.
I'm saying I understand the cameras in there up until.
Yes.
8 years old?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
now.
I have yet to see anybody
Not the
who
text.
is saying on our text line.
Camera.
It's just weird.
Brad in Grand Mound says a camera's okay up to maybe 2 or 3 years old. I agree. Let me see. Mike in Sultan says we had a baby camera monitor, and I would say it was in there until they were probably 4 when it finally just stopped working. All right.
Okay, well, let's move. Let's swivel though, just real quick.
Yeah, 20 seconds.
On the open doors, closed doors.
Yeah.
That's starting from very young age.
I mean, that's just what I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I had that same policy. You know what? I'm gonna ask my kids if they plan on doing that.
I never had that. Closed doors were fun.
No.
Usually leave those doors open for a while.
What you got, Brother Nick?
I mean, if the kid were, say, I don't know, 2, 3 years old, I'd understand having the footage in the bedroom to maybe monitor his safety, well-being, making sure he's okay. But we're talking 8 years old. The kid is in grade school, for crying out loud, at this point. Maybe there's something I'm not hearing about in this story. But if it's any other kid at this age, it's time to give up the binky, take off the training wheels, and stop his mind from guessing who's the one watching him while he's sleeping every night. This ain't no time or place to maintain the baby monitor culture for the guy. If it were my kid, I don't want them adopting these feelings of paranoia, thinking someone's hearing or seeing his every move all the time.
Nice, Nick. We got Crystal in Tacoma. Crystal in Tacoma says, I have 10-year-old boys, with an S, boys, and they have a camera in their room.
Oh.
Okay, Crystal. Appreciate the honesty there.
What are those?
Crystal, we need more context now. Now, do you have it in there because they did something, and you know, or are you worried about them sneaking out? Now, that's another thing. Some parents are worried about kids sneaking out.
And sometimes that happens.
I feel like that doesn't happen till you're like 13, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, remember, go refill your coffee. There is something that I have to talk about. It's been bothering me since the weekend. And you're like, oh, what's this new? No. Don't worry. You don't have to research this news. All of you know about this. Ursula knows about it. Nick knows. Paul. Everybody knows about this. It's been talked about all weekend and every day now. I need to weigh in on this topic. We'll talk about it next. Gee Ursula.
Sometimes injuries can happen when you least expect them.
What broke my shoulder was reaching for my phone. I was trying to get the phone away from my cat.
That's how Heather tore her rotator cuff.
There was that hope. I was like, maybe this will heal on its own. And I waited a little bit, and it was not getting better.
She just couldn't take the pain anymore, so she saw Dr. Mark Wagner, MD, at Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine for stem cell therapy.
By the next day, my shoulder was already doing better. I have my arm back again, which was just wonderful.
Seems like she made the right choice.
I'm so glad I didn't do surgery.
So whether it's a hip like mine or a shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, or knee, before choosing surgery, see Dr. Mark Wagner first. He's the most experienced in the Northwest with over 20,000 stem cell procedures. Go to drmarkwagnermd.com.
I said to him at our last appointment, I was like, you better not retire because I want to know if anything else goes wrong with my body. You're there to be able to fix it because he's a miracle worker.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Join in on the conversation by sending a text to 888-973-5476. That's 888-973-KIRO.
Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
At Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we know the key to a long-lasting roof is yearly maintenance. Need an inspection, repair, restoration, moss removal, or just a cleanup? You can trust Guardian's licensed, insured, and expertly trained team. We offer free estimates, second opinions, and financing, giving you the peace of mind your home deserves. Call today. Our first-time customers can save $99 on our award-winning roof repair and cleaning service. Visit us at guardianroofing.com.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Consumers are struggling to handle skyrocketing gas prices as the war with Iran continues. CBS's Allison Keyes reports.
AAA says the price of gas is the highest it's been since April of 2022 as peace talks between the U.S. and Iran are at a standstill. This woman is watching the prices rise at a nearby gas station.
The one by my house yesterday was under $4, and now it's almost $4.15.
Many drivers in Boston say the cost to drive anywhere are ridiculous, and some are cutting back on food and household items as well. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
The United Arab Emirates announces it will leave OPEC by the end of this week. Oil analyst Tom Closa says the UAE was one of the top 3 voting members, so this does test the cartel's strength down the road.
There's a question about cohesiveness going forward, when we return to normal, which right now looks a long time away.
In Washington, D.C., King Charles has left the White House and heads to Capitol Hill to deliver a speech to Congress. It's day 2 of his 4-day state visit, and CBS's Nicole Killian reports.
King Charles III's address to a joint meeting of Congress is the first by a British monarch in at least 3 decades. He is preceded by his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who delivered remarks to lawmakers in 1991. The King's address comes as tensions have been strained between the United States and United Kingdom over the war in Iran, but congressional leaders say the visit highlights the special relationship between the U.S. and UK, a key ally.
Federal agents in Minnesota have conducted a series of raids as part of a fraud investigation, the latest from CBS's Nicole Skanga.
There were 22 federal warrants that were executed this morning, largely at daycare centers in the Minneapolis area. As of this moment, we have not heard of any arrests connected to this, but this is a sort of restart, if you will, of the Department of Justice's anti-fraud operations in the Minneapolis area.
The DOJ is investigating COVID-era welfare fraud schemes that reportedly cost taxpayers billions of dollars. Researchers at the University of Oregon say they've come up with a way to make a better, more consistent cup of coffee. By sticking electrodes and running an electric current through a coffee sample, Associate Chemistry Professor Christopher Hendon says he can determine the strength and flavor notes.
Each family of molecules will respond at different voltages. So in principle, I could probe them independently from one another and make a statement about how much of them there are, and because we know their identities, what they might taste like.
Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. This is
what is going on.
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Oh, come on.
Why? It's time for 60 Minutes.
Intensifying scrutiny over the Millionaires tax and the response from the AG. That story next. But first, KIRO News Radio traffic. If you're heading into Bellevue from the north, you are going to see some slowdowns. 2 accidents that are reported, one leading up to the Canyon Park exit. Looks to be in the center lane, although that may have just been cleared. The backup has not been cleared, though. You're looking at some growing slowdowns there. Currently 32 minutes versus the typical 25. The other one that I am just now seeing is right at Totem Lake, although we'll see if we can't confirm that for the next report. Heading from South Center into Bellevue, some slowdowns right past 167. We're looking at 36 minutes versus your typical 20-minute drive. I-5 northbound is okay-ish, still delayed from SeaTac to Seattle, but it could be worse. You're talking about a 6-minute delay with the slowdowns approaching I-90. But heading southbound on I-5 into Seattle, that's great. You're saving about 5 minutes compared to the average time from Everett or Linwood. This traffic report brought to you by the KIRO Newsradio app. You can text app to 888-973-5476 to download the KIRO Newsradio app. Listen to your favorite shows. Get the latest news and updates sent straight to your phone.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm John Repp. A new document dump is intensifying scrutiny over Washington's Millionaires tax, and the Attorney General is finally answering some questions about it. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey has the story.
After nearly 1,000 emails and documents uncovered an apparent plan to overturn case law leading to a graduated income tax on all Washingtonians, A.G. Brown was asked point blank, do you think it's appropriate for your office to be giving lawmakers advice on how to break the state constitution?
It is very common for AG's offices to advise their clients on the law, the status of cases. It is something that all of my predecessors have done. So yes, I think it's pretty common and appropriate.
Brown also denies advising lawmakers on how to avoid a referendum on the Millionaires tax. Luke Ducey, KIRO News Radio.
A man who was convicted earlier this month for a Monroe murder wants a new trial. He says one of the jurors that convicted him went on his own crime spree just 3 days after handing down the verdict. The Seattle Times reports that Kevin Rodriguez was found guilty of killing a man and stabbing 2 others in Monroe. His trial wrapped up April 10th, but his defense attorney says juror number 14, a 20-year-old man, he was the one who is suspected of breaking into an Everett home and stabbing a 45-year-old woman and her daughter. So the defense is now seeking a new trial alleging juror misconduct. Voters in Tacoma are deciding today on a $155 million parks improvement package. KIRO 7's Lindsay Sheldon has a closer look at Proposition 1.
Improvements for the entire park system would span about 6 years and help fix up the 120-year-old park system. Now, if approved, it would generate $155 million for more than 100 projects in at least 40 parks, community centers, and zoos across Tacoma.
And Barnes & Noble will return to downtown Seattle after a 6-year absence. The new store at 520 Pike opens May 6th. Here's a look at your KIRO News Radio weather. Cloudy skies today with the high of 57 degrees. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, the high 67. Warmer on Thursday with clouds kind of creeping back in, the high of 72. And then Friday into Saturday, cloudy skies, but you're seeing a warming trend that could leave us in the upper 70s in the weekend. The high 77 degrees on Sunday and even warmer on Monday. Currently in downtown Seattle, we have cloudy skies, 51 degrees. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Gee and Ursula Show. Happy Tuesday to all of you. Good morning to you, Ursula.
Good morning. It is already 11:07.
Yep.
This day is flying by. We're almost done with our Tuesday edition of the Gee and Ursula Show. But coming up at 11:30, one of the questions, I love it when we talk about dating topics. What makes a good cheap date? That's going to be part of Agree to Disagree.
This is so
there
easy.
such a thing as a good cheap date?
Yeah. Who could guess what my favorite date with Lillian would be? Don't worry. You guys already know the answer to that.
We do know.
You know
that was the start of it all.
Yes.
Okay, as always, we invite you to join us on the Muckleshoot Casino and Resort text line, 888-973-5476, 888-973-KIRO.
top stories at 11.
On the Gee and Ursula Show.
And ever since you mentioned it last hour, I have been waiting with bated breath, just as all our listeners are waiting too. You've had something that's been weighing on your heart and in your mind since the weekend.
Yes,
what is it?
I have. And some of you guys have been trying to guess what it is. It's the new Michael Jackson documentary.
Oh, I actually was thinking about I was like, dude, I was wondering if G's actually going to see this. You in movies? I wasn't sure. I thought about bringing it up. So I'm curious here.
So let me go around the horn. Nick, do you think I would go and see this Michael Jackson documentary?
I think eventually. I don't know if you'd see it in theaters, but I think you would end up watching it at some point.
Ursula, do you think I would watch this Michael Jackson documentary?
I know. I'm going to say no.
You're right. Here's the thing. This documentary right now is buzzing. I got family, I got friends dressing up as Michael Jackson, going to see it and support it. Oh, Mike this, Mike that, MJ this, MJ that. I mean, lining up to support. A lot of folks buying tickets, streaming the music. I mean, it's crazy. But here's the question I want to ask. Where's that same energy for O.J. Simpson? Hear me out. Hear me out. I told you. We go. Yeah. I'm glad you got that look, Ursula.
Oh my God.
I'm not here to convict anyone on this topic. I'm just here to talk about and point out how we pick and choose. Michael Jackson was investigated in 1993. You guys remember? He was investigated for abuse against children, a child. He settled out of court during that time, too, if you remember, for $20 million. He was charged in 2005. He was acquitted. He was found not guilty by the court of law. O.J. Simpson tried in 1995. He was acquitted, found not guilty in the court of law. Same justice system. So, one gets a documentary celebrating how much of a genius he was, and the other gets treated like basically trash the rest of his life. I'm not here for or against. I'm just trying to point out the difference in how these are treated. If innocent until proven guilty only counts when you like the person, then what is the deal? Right now, we talk about some of I got family members, Ursula, that are talking about, what about the Epstein files? What about that you're screaming at? And then the next minute, they just running to go see the Michael Jackson documentary. Again, I'm not judging you if you went. I'm just saying it seems to be a different type of energy when it comes to, I just gave an example of an O.J. Simpson who was found not guilty and acquitted. And by the way, full disclosure, do I think O.J. did it?
Yes.
Yes, I do. That's not my point. But I'm just saying it seems like there's an out. So when they do this movie with Michael Jackson documentary, it's up until a certain point. It's before 1993.
Before the allegations. So it focused on his music, his family, his upbringing, and his impact in the. I'm guessing that's what it is.
They do,
because that's the compartmentalization I have to do every single time I listen to a Michael Jackson song.
but I'm just trying to just bring up, and again, it's been bothering me, and so I found a time. And by the way, you all, Ursula's hearing this for the first time, so she's taking it all in at the same time as you all are doing. But I just wanted to point out that if there was a definition of hypocrisy, this is just it. I can assure you that if a movie came out about O.J. Simpson in his career, right? Like you cringe, Ursula, when I said that, right? Oh, and you know what?
Well, and I think that he still gets too much. It's like B or D level celebrity, but I still think that he gets too much.
Michael gets
coverage.
too much. Michael gets too much coverage to me. If there's someone if you cringe about OJ, then that level of cringe should be the same way about MJ.
Yes. Okay. I'm just trying to work it in real time right now through my head because there's a part of me that says, do I think Michael Jackson did creepy things? and was just socially awkward as all get out? Yes. Do we know for a fact that he did, and again, I mean.
Do we know for a fact that OJ did it?
Well.
Come on now, Ursula. Yeah. Come on now. Do we? I mean, okay. Wait a minute. In just so we're clear.
Yes.
In 1994, MJ paid Jordy Chandler $20+ million.
Yeah.
So he paid 20. Now, wait.
I think bottom line, two things.
Okay.
OJ, what does OJ have that is redeeming right now? And that's not even of value right now. Michael's music, I know that there's some people who say I boycott it altogether. I'm a hypocrite because one of my favorite songs to this day is "Man in the Mirror."
That's fair. I think you can have a favorite Michael Jackson song, and then there's some people that are texting in and saying OJ was found guilty in civil court. Michael Jackson paid Jordy Chandler $20+ million in 1994. And then after that, 11 years later, he was charged in 2005. MJ was found not guilty. OJ was found not guilty. So anyways, I didn't want to harp on it. I just wanted to give you guys
I'm glad you bring it because you're
on my
giving,
heart.
because I've been wondering whether I should go watch the documentary.
And by the way,
again, only for the purposes of understanding those early years, but also knowing that he was an extremely flawed person who may have done horrible things, and I mean, I
just want to say this, and here's the beauty about bringing this up. 253 says nobody cares. Okay.
Our text line is blowing up.
The beauty about bringing this up is this the reason why I used OJ on purpose. I used OJ because what it does is it forces people to justify why one is more popular than the other. Some will say, well, the reason
crime was more heinous than the other.
Did you guys?
Well, and I'm not trying to say,
see,
a double murder,
slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. They're all heinous.
See,
yes.
That's why I used OJ in this case, because it is definitely, both crimes are absolutely awful, right?
Yes.
And so both of them found not guilty.
Yes.
So it kind of makes you, and so I just wanted to point out just the double standard.
There is a double standard.
That was the only reason why I brought this up.
Okay, question for you, though.
What's that?
So what do you do when you hear a Michael Jackson song?
I listen to a Michael Jackson song the same way I have on television when there's been a series talking about the OJ trials. I've watched that before. I'm just saying that it seems like when people are watching Michael Jackson, they're watching it with the celebration hat. When people go watch OJ, there is no celebration hat. I just wanted to point out the difference between OJ and MJ.
Would you see, and I'm trying to be careful only in that I don't want to reduce one of the allegations when it comes to Michael Jackson versus OJ. That all said, was it Scott and Reutin who just said, hang on a second, he said, different type of energy, two totally different people and circumstances, no hypocrisy.
Two different type of people. Ann from Kitsap says Michael Jackson was a darling in popular culture for his entire life. He had a place.
Not his entire life.
Listen. He had a place in the hearts of America for decades before his fall. OJ was a sports figure. We knew him for how long? OJ,
OJ was a humongous star until
as far as popularity.
Wasn't. Yes,
no
Michael
doubt.
Jackson,
Michael Jackson. But are you guys trying to say that OJ wasn't loved? I mean, OJ was loved before his fall. So I'm just saying, they both had a fall. One still gets celebrated. The other one, I tell you what, if I came into the studio during Halloween and I was dressed up as O.J. Simpson for Halloween, you don't think there'll be some comments and some problems if I did that?
Oh, goodness. Well, I don't think anyone would be okay with you dressing up as Michael Jackson either.
Yes, it would. How would I get if I dressed up as Michael Jackson? There would be no problem. That's where the hypocrisy is, and I'm just.
I think some people would have a problem. Some people would have a big problem.
Well, people have been dressing up all over social media, going to see it. I told you I got family members dressing up. I got friends dressing up, going to see it. Michael, again.
Do you agree with Christopher in Mount Lake Terrace, who says Michael Jackson's movie should never have been made?
Yes, but that's not how capitalism is, right? You're gonna make your money. Now, Janet isn't a part of the movie, right?
Yeah, one thing I think it's a detail that is important here. This isn't technically a documentary. This is one of those biopics.
Yes.
So it's not actually, when you have documentary, it's kind of interviews and a little bit more. This is more
biopic.
fictionalized. It's very similar to Bohemian Rhapsody, where they were told the story of Queen, but not the full story of Queen. Because there's a lot. I've seen the some of stuff of this movie is. This is very much a biopic celebration. Skips over a lot of stuff.
So question. Here's a question. Would there be a biopic on Bill Cosby? Would they celebrate Bill Cosby? Did Bill Cosby do a lot? Was he loved? Was he in the hearts of America every Thursday night on NBC? And by the way, if you're disagreeing with me, great. I just want to have this conversation.
And wasn't Bill Cosby actually convicted?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes. It was very clear. Bill Cosby was convicted.
That's all. Hey, and by the way, I hope you all take this conversation and have it with some friends over the weekend and just talk about it and use the OJ MJ comparisons. By the way,
or even Bill Cosby too. Throw that in there.
Yeah. The MJ OJ is the closest because they were both found not guilty of awful crimes.
I think there's a double standard in this case just because of what these people did. With sports and TV and all that, it can go a certain distance as far as like how long the legacy lives or how popular it is. But music, it just goes so far in terms of how long people will listen and how much people will enjoy it. So I think there's a little hypocrisy just because he made music and was a musician, and music just carries for so long.
Such a great point. And to add to that point, for years, people kept going to see R. Kelly in concert. They kept going to see R. Kelly in concert.
It's because people are masters of compartmentalization.
What does music do to us, Ursula? So no, this is a question for all of us. What does music do to us to make us be like?
Well, it brings us to a moment in our lives. It's about us, our relationship to that song.
It brings us back to a time and a place and a feeling,
Yeah, it's not about who's singing it. I mean, every time I hear a Michael Jackson song, I go back to my college days dancing to those songs. I go back to MTV days.
Okay.
I go back to when life was a lot simpler.
So it's been said that a lot of times, a lot of these folks, we know how they talk about how a lot of awfulness happens in Hollywood. A lot of awfulness happens with celebrities. Is the reason why the awfulness is able to last so long? Is it because of that feeling that a lot of people get with the music and they're not able to be like, full stop, hold on, you're doing something wrong? And do you think music and entertainment is the reason why a lot of this stuff lasts in Hollywood or in the music industry? This
Probably.
type of, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Again, because we're also not willing to give up those memories that we have and those connections we have to that music.
Yeah, status is a huge thing, especially in this country. I mean, here's another example. I mean, look at what Tiger Woods has done in the past few years. I mean, with his DUIs and the car crashes, do you think some average Joe would be getting the same treatment he's been getting with his wrongdoings,
Now, right. I'll leave with this, Ursula, because Robin Puyallup makes a point, and I think Robin Puyallup really puts and dots the I's and crosses the T's on this point. He says, G, part of the reason I respect you so much is because you aren't afraid to say the quiet part out loud. To which I say, why is it so daring to talk about Michael Jackson, who was investigated for abuse against children in 93?
Yes. Yeah.
He settled out of court in 94. He was charged with it again in 2005. Huh? I'm in the minority because I say that this should be frowned upon?
Well, I don't even know that you're in the minority. You're just making us all think about it. And I also think what kind of twists it on the Michael Jackson thing, and this is not an excuse, it's an explanation.
What's that?
Because his own childhood was so messed up. And learning about, okay, what happened there, and to some degree, you get people who say he did absolutely nothing and he was the savior, and then others who were saying he did these horrific things.
Yeah.
It's complicated. It is complicated. Again, not trying to excuse, but trying to explain this very complicated relationship with the artist and his music.
Yeah. I think Michael.
And for you, it's very easy.
I think Michael Jackson gets a built-in pass. All of these things that people are saying, well, gee, he had a messed up childhood. Okay. Like, raise your hand if you had a messed up childhood and you never did anything against children.
And like I said, it's not an excuse.
Yeah. Tom
I think it's just why people try to find an out.
Tom in Body Lake says, MJ settling for $20 million is not an admission of guilt. It does say he wanted the lawsuit just to go away. MJ was worth hundreds of millions. He could afford it.
Why would you want the lawsuit to go away if you could win it? If you're not
going to pay
guilty?
$20 million if you don't want. Yeah,
that's a sign of guilt right there. If you're trying to avoid the case in and of itself.
MJ has excuses built in for him. And this was a great topic because I've been thinking about it all weekend.
Yeah.
And Ursula, thank you.
And you're still not going to go watch the
Absolutely
movie.
not.
Good for you. I don't think I'm going to either.
Hey, coming up next, Agree to Disagree, Gee and Ursula. This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes.
Local news from local voices you trust.
Flights out of Joint Base Lewis McChord.
KIRO Newsradio.
Questions about whether the Pentagon is deploying special forces to the Middle East.
The news you depend on.
Gas prices up 25 cents in the last week.
Conversation.
Then all of a sudden, Trump comes out, hey, we're having productive talks.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM. Streaming everywhere on the KIRO Newsradio app.
When was the last time someone reviewed your tax return looking for opportunity, not just accuracy? For most people, a tax return is something you file and forget. But what if it's actually a snapshot of decisions made, opportunities missed, and strategies waiting to be uncovered? At Madrona Financial and CPAs, your return isn't just paperwork, it's a roadmap. Brian Evans, CEO and host of Growing Your Wealth, is hosting a live workshop called Your Tax Return Treasure Hunt. In this interactive seminar, he'll walk you through the major schedules of your return, helping you identify missed planning opportunities and disconnects between your tax return and your long-term financial goals. Because your return already tells a story. To reserve your seat, visit madronafinancial.com or call 833-673-7373. And be sure to listen to Growing Your Wealth Saturdays at 9 a.m.
This is a paid advertisement. Investments involve risk. See full disclosures at madronafinancial.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Will?
When I was 50, my whole life fell apart. I lost my job. I lost my wife. I lost the house. I lost pretty much everything except for my life. When the IRS came calling, I just didn't have it in me. I felt like Wile E. Coyote, just waiting for that IRS anvil to drop.
Then Will found tax relief advocates.
I heard their advertisement on the radio, I wrote down the number, and I made the call that changed everything. The IRS gave me a bill for $40,000. Tax Relief Advocates got that down to $3,200. I've paid 9 cents on the dollar. Now that's a great deal in anybody's book.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Will did and call TRA for a consultation.
But for me, the real win is I got my life back.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-488-2578. 800-488-2578. That's 800-488-2578.
You can't control what's happening in the world. You can't control gas prices or what the market does tomorrow. But you can control whether your retirement is protected when the unexpected hits. That's what Rajiv Nagaich has dedicated his career to helping families do. Not just picking investments, but building one plan that brings your healthcare, housing, legal, and financial decisions together into a single strategy. A strategy designed to keep you out of a nursing home, protect your assets, and keep your family from becoming your unpaid caregivers. If the last weeks have made you uneasy about your future, you need help. Join Rajiv at a free 90-minute seminar this May. You'll see where most plans fall short and how yours doesn't have to.
Register for a free LifePoint Law Retirement Planning Seminar in Puyallup on May 5th, Federal Way on May 6th, Bellevue on May 7th, or Linwood on May 12th. Seminars begin at 6:30 p.m. Space is limited, so sign up at lifepointlaw.com. That's lifepointlaw.com.
Thanks for calling CM Heating.
Aren't you the company that gives away free furnaces?
That's us. Buy a qualifying high-efficiency cooling system and the furnace is free.
Wow.
Yeah, and our home comfort advisors are tax credit and rebate specialists, so they'll handle the rebate for you.
Go to CM Heating for better comfort, lower bills, and a free furnace you'll love for years. Get your free estimate for furnace replacement at cmheating.com. And remember, for furnaces, fireplaces, hot water, and total home comfort, including electrical, there's no beating CM Heating.
So, how's your research going?
Surprising! After I figured out the top-rated TVs in our price range, I went shopping for deals.
And who's the best?
It wasn't the internet, and it wasn't the warehouse club.
But?
It was video only. They had better deals on the Samsung, LG, and the Sony TVs that got the highest scores.
Better than online and at the club?
I know! Video only beat them all. And now we can afford an even better model for the same price. My research really paid off.
If we buy it video only.
Exactly. Otherwise, we'll be sorry.
At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
The Puyallup RV Show is back April 30th through May 3rd. Explore hundreds of new and used RVs, manufactured homes, and get show-only prices. Now through April 29th, buy a ticket online, get another free. Go to PuyallupRVShow.com. Sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Let Olympic help you create the ultimate home contrast therapy studio. Pair a relaxing Tilo sauna with our revitalizing Vigor cold plunge. Save up to $5,000 when you buy both. These massive savings end April 30th.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm John Repp. Still no end in sight to the U.S. naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz as it just continues. News Nation's Robert Sherman reports from Tel Aviv.
Multiple ships now between the Indo-Pacific and the region here have been intercepted and seized by American forces, with Iran coming out and calling this an act of piracy. The Foreign Ministry spokesperson saying this is the outright legalization of piracy and armed robbery on the high seas. The United States must be held fully accountable for this brazenly lawless behavior, which strikes at the heart of international law and international free trade and threatens the basic principles of maritime security.
There's a new poll out that finds more than half of Americans say their finances are getting worse. CBS News correspondent Allison Keyes reports.
The survey finds that not only do 55% say their finances are getting worse, but the cost of inflation, energy, healthcare, and housing far exceed other monetary worries. This woman says she's done all the right things.
I worked and we can't buy a home.
31% say the high cost of living is their most important financial problem, which is among the highest in Gallup's more than 20-year trend. Allison Keyes, CBS News.
Olympia police say an 18-year-old used what looked like a gun to force another teenager off a city bus yesterday. According to the Olympian, the teen managed to escape. The suspect was wearing an ankle monitor, and Tumwater police tracked him down. The weapon turned out to be a BB gun, but he is facing kidnapping and felony harassment charges on top of outstanding warrants. And a sheriff's deputy in Stevens County is expected to recover after being shot this morning near Suncrest. That's about 30 minutes outside of Spokane. Deputies were responding to a burglary when the shooting happened. It's not clear if the suspect was hurt. If you're planning a trip to Mexico out of SeaTac this summer, you better check your flight. Delta is pausing or cutting back on service to Cancun, Los Cabos, and Puerto Vallarta between now and November. Other airlines are adjusting flights for the summer as jet fuel prices soar due to the Iran war. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 58 points. The S&P 500 dropping now as well, 40 points. And the NASDAQ continues its downward trend, now down 241 points. KIRO News Radio traffic. A few surprising delays heading out of Seattle this morning, starting with 520. You're a few minutes above average heading to Redmond or even heading up 405 to Woodinville. Not seeing a clear explanation, but it's not a significant delay. Leaving Seattle, heading to Everett, you are seeing some issues on northbound I-5, specifically right around Northgate, where there is a reported crash. If you're heading into Bellevue from Renton, it's about an 18-minute drive. That's 4 minutes over. Keep an eye on that slowdown in Renton, which is continuing this morning. SeaTac into Seattle, though, not bad at all. Just 1 minute above normal heading into Seattle. From Everett southbound, the same deal, actually a minute faster than your typical commute. This traffic report brought to you by Seattle Sports. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio weather, cloudy and cool today. The high only getting up to 57 degrees. Warmer on Wednesday, about 10 degrees warmer, 67 the high. Clouds creeping back in on Thursday and Friday. Expect a high of 72 on Thursday and a high of 67 on Friday. Currently in downtown Seattle, we're looking at cloudy skies, 52 degrees. I'm John Repp, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Okay, your text messages are keeping us very busy during the break. Robbie in Oak Harbor texted in about our last topic and said, Snoop Dogg was acquitted of murder and Ray Lewis bought and pleaded his way out of a murder charge. Both are beloved today. People have biases and the accusation is forever regardless of proof. And she's about to jump out of his seat.
That's my entire point.
Right.
It's my entire point.
No, I totally hear you loud and clear. So you're giving me something like, I need to really reevaluate this whole Michael Jackson situation.
And by the way, look, we're human. Hypocrisy happens. Like I admit to you guys when I'm a hypocrite about something, right? I know one thing. The Cosby Show, seriously, used to be my favorite.
Me too.
And before all that stuff, I'd see a rerun on TV. I'd always watch. I love the Cosby Show. I cannot watch a Cosby Show.
I can't either.
But I can listen to a Michael Jackson song.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So it's like I got to work through our hypotheses.
So it's okay.
Okay, it is time for us to agree to disagree. Brought to you by Guardian Roofing and Gutters.
One of these days, we just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
Oh, here we go. There we go. This isn't a new topic, but I want to put a little bit of a spin on it. According to CNBC, for many young Americans, dating is becoming as much about finances as it is romance. Half of single Americans surveyed said they are going on fewer dates or choosing less expensive activities because of rising costs. So, Ursula, it's a two-parter here. Have you ever skipped out on a date because of money? And how do you stretch a dollar on the date? I know there's the free dates, walk around the park. No. There's a little bit of money involved. So tell me how you stretch a dollar on a date.
Okay. I'm just going to have to talk about dating my longtime husband. But the other night, I told you that we went karaokeing.
Okay.
So for the whole night we spent, first of all, we went to a place called, I think it's called the Growler over there on Lake City. Mm-hmm. Anyway, and I'm a cheap date because I don't drink. So that was the first thing.
Man.
Yeah, I know. So first things first, that was pretty inexpensive. And then I was like, hey, why don't we go to a place where they do karaoke. And we went to another business not too far away from there. And it was the most fun I'd had in a long time, where it was just my husband and I, and we were having a chance to just sing every song because there was hardly anyone there. Now, since then, I just saw a post from Kona Kitchen 2 days ago, and they said they're getting rid of their Saturday night karaoke, but they're going to keep their Friday night because no one was showing up on Saturday night. But I think that there are ways to still have a lot of fun without spending a lot of money. If you're in the dating world and every one of your dates is about how much you're going to spend on someone, and that's how much you're supposed to show your love or appreciation for someone, you're dating the wrong person.
I agree. I mean, you just said it very well. And I'll add to that, and I'm just going to keep it simple. The more money that you have to spend on a date, or the more money you feel you have to spend on the date, the less that he or she likes you. Period. If they like you, then that date can be cheap. I'm talking about if they like you, y'all can pull up and go get some scones at a spot and walk around.
Yes, you can.
And that'd be your date. Or you can go to a coffee shop and get an iced coffee and go out and walk. If they like you. If they barely like you, or because you do have some women out here, men out here, both, okay? You do have some.
Thank you for the correction.
Okay. You do have folks that use people for a good weekend. Use people for going out to dinner.
This is true.
Use people to go to that concert. Oh, you want to go to that concert? Oh, I'll go with you. So they'll use you to go to the Taylor Swift concert and then go to dinner afterwards, and then or use you to go on a boat. By the way, sometimes they'll even use you because you have a boat.
This is true.
You know what I mean? So to your point, Ursula, if they like you, your date can be cheap.
Yes.
Or inexpensive, I should say.
I know you guys joke around about, I think it was me who said, go for a walk around Green Lake.
Mm-hmm.
That cost nothing, and that was a great first date.
And just so y'all know, y'all remember, my first date, Lillian paid for her coffee.
Yep.
Second date, she paid for Dave & Buster's.
You went to Dave & Buster's? Whoa. Wait a minute.
Somebody think you were going for a free ride over there.
Wait a minute. You're out here going to Dave & Buster's and I'm getting green? Come on.
Okay, wait. Tramal just texted in and said, okay, hang on a second. Tramal just said, Applebee's 2 for $25. If she's too good for Applebee's, we ain't compatible.
No, keep going, though. What else she say?
What men are using women to get free food and drinks?
None, but I had to do it the right way for Ursula.
Oh, God.
I had to do it the right way, Tramal.
All right, now, G, this one, I know we were just talking Dave & Buster's, but I know the first thing you think about me, G, is fashion, right? I know that's when you think of your producer, Paul, that's the move there. Well, the New York Times' Vanessa Friedman was asked a question during a column. Why is it forbidden to button both buttons of a suit jacket? The answer, tailors, critics, stylists, and other menswear experts say it's simple. It just looks better. But, G, are there fashion traditions that you believe in, or is it all about creating your own look?
It is. But first, I want to just comment. Whenever I see that last button up on the man, I sometimes, and by the way, I never tell him not to do it, but sometimes
I judge.
I
is
judge
what you're saying.
so much. Oh, do I judge so much? Yes, Paul. There used to be this thing, you Gen Z, we Gen X and baby boomers used to do this no white before Labor Day.
I was going to bring that up.
Or white after Labor, no white before Memorial Day and no white after Labor Day, that kind of deal. I wear white when I want to.
Thank you.
There used to also be a thing, Paul, believe it or not, where men stayed away from a pink shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stayed away. Like, do not wear a pink shirt. And that just gave me a window. One thing Ursula knows about me, tell me something I can't do.
He's going to do it 18,000 times.
Something I can't do.
This is true. And I'm with you on the whole white thing. Look at what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
And I will wear it after Labor Day. I will wear it before Memorial Day. I think it's silly. If you want to wear white, you wear white.
Yeah.
Same with open-toe sandals. I'm talking about heels. You know, some people think there's a time where, hey, that's too summery. After once it starts getting into fall. No, I'm going to wear it when I want it.
Wear it when you want to.
I did that with hats. As soon as I was able to wear high school, I was allowed to wear my ball cap inside. I'm good to go. I've always been a big believer. My parents were like, you're never going to get a job because you wear hats and you have a tattoo. It's just like, I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Since we're talking about tattoos.
Yeah.
All right, we got to get out of here. But
yeah, we do.
Any of you guys got tattoos on your neck? Y'all ain't scared? You get a tattoo on your neck? Nick, you get a tattoo on your neck?
Or like the foot, when there's not a lot of cushion going over there?
No. The foot is okay, but would you get a tattoo on your
where
neck?
Everyone can see it?
Aren't you worried about getting a job?
Yeah, no, I'm not getting the neck tat, man.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying, if you do get a neck tattoo, I hope you financially straight.
That's pretty bold.
That's bold. You know what I mean? And by the way, gee, you can't tell me what to do. I'm not saying that, but the people usually that write the paychecks, they don't be really feeling it.
Do you think that's still the case? Okay, we're going to have to bring this up tomorrow.
All right. Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes, I do think that's the case. Because people that sign the paychecks don't like neck tattoos. Text message feedback and then Ursula's words live by.
KIRO News Radio, the first place you turn for the news you trust.
ICE agents have now been deployed to 14 airports across the country.
Traffic.
Did they open lanes?
They just reopened all lanes of northbound I-5.
Engaging conversation.
If he ends this right now, it only emboldens Iran. That's a big, big mistake.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
A one-hander! JSN!
Always here, always with you. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
As a social influencer, my days can be busy. 4 a.m., I hit the gym. 4:32, protein smoothie. 5:08, save time and money bundling my home and auto insurance with Progressive. Wait, if I bundle and save time, what would I do then? Just sit here and reflect? Like, why am I qualified to influence anyone? And how those weights are hollow? And half of my followers are bots.
You could save time and money bundling your home and auto when you switch to Progressive. It's one less thing to worry about during your already busy day. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Summer's right around the corner. Can you say World Series? I don't want to jinx anybody, and I don't want to jinx that heating system or cooling system that you have, but it could possibly out at home. So the best thing to do right now is to replace the system. You want it done right and done fast. Upgrade your cooling now with Home Comfort Alliance. Their 60-second online price estimator makes it so easy. Upgrade to a Lennox cooling system and get a new heating system free. Plus available utility rebates. Visit HomecomfortAlliance.com today.
Owie, wowie.
What's with the
water heater's worn out?
Way less hot water?
Takes a lot longer, too.
Sounds like a goner.
Worst of all,
what?
Wasn't planning on it.
We can help.
Apollo Plumbing.
Ready right now to get you
in hot water.
Same day.
Not this day. My budget.
How about with easy payments?
How much easy?
Around $50 a month with approved credit.
A new water heater?
50 gallons of 100% hot water delight.
For about $50 a month.
51, 52 to be precise.
And you can do it
today if that's what you need.
Is it ever?
Apollo installs new ones with code upgrades.
Can't beat that.
Actually, I can.
What?
Your same day water heater replacement includes Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which means?
Apollo Plumbing covers your new water heater for life.
You mean should it ever wear out?
Apollo Plumbing replaces it free.
And if it needs service?
Service is included for our A-list members.
Wow! Wow.
Your new water heater is ready
Right now.
at ApolloPlumbing.com.
We're facing an uncertain time when support for nonprofits is in danger. Now is the time to show up for them. Whether you give a little or a lot, every donation creates big change. Donate to nonprofits during Give Big on May 5th at wildgives.org. It's up to us.
There is one real estate agent who's been helping KIRO listeners longer than anyone else, and that's Wes Jones with sellwithwes.com. Wes, you've helped KIRO listeners in good markets and more difficult ones. What do you think has been the secret to your success?
Experience has taught us that to outperform the market, we needed to do things differently from the status quo, that we needed to do more. Our exclusive system covers innovative marketing locally and internationally, leading to more eyeballs on your home, better listing prep for better showings, negotiation strategies that eliminate pesky buyer contingencies, and generate stronger offers. Through our exclusive client programs, our sellers enjoy an extraordinary marketing experience utilizing techniques a traditional agent cannot offer.
So if you want to sell your home faster at a higher price and with fewer contingencies, if you want more, visit sellwithwes.com, sellwithwes.com, a better way to sell your home.
Hey, Dad, have you heard the news from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services?
No, I haven't.
Eggs have climbed higher than ever on the new food pyramid, and that's great news for anyone who loves starting the day strong.
Well, at Wilcox Family Farms, we make it easy with our ready-to-eat hard-boiled eggs. They're delicious, protein-packed snack you can grab on the go, now ranked higher than ever.
Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
What a show today. The text messages, I got to tell you, they've been coming in. Ursula, what about those text messages?
Okay, if anyone missed the segment that G dropped on us at 11:07, you need to listen. You truly need to listen. And then I challenge you to come up with a reason why some of us, can split this whole thing between OJ and Michael Jackson. And how you feel about the new biopic about Michael Jackson that doesn't get into the bad stuff, apparently. And then how you feel about his music. I mean, there's just a lot there. And we kind of got into a lot. So if you missed that, and if you're going on a long trip, you want to listen on a podcast, Kirk and Mount Vernon, that would be a great thing to do. But I think Kirk was listening live. In any case, we started off the show, and 206 had some kind words for you, G. This person says, your ability to be the sun when you're not feeling the sun is what I admire about you.
Hey,
Thank
come
you.
on now. There we go.
Yeah.
Katie from Covington says, hey, I'm a first-time texter. My hubs listens to you every morning. Now that he is home on parental leave, I get to listen to you every morning. What's up, Katie? Thanks for tuning into the show.
Is her hubby's name Cody or something?
I think so, yes. Yeah, she gave both there.
Yeah.
So.
I love that. Bogus buy one, get ones at the grocery store? Question mark. Roger in University Place says, this story has confirmed something that my wife has been saying for years. I kind of wonder if it would be worth it to try to join a class action lawsuit.
Have you ever joined one? I've never joined a class action lawsuit before.
No, I've received a check unknowingly, like, what was this for? And apparently I was a part of someone who shopped at a certain store during a period of time, and there was a settlement. It was like tiny.
How much? Like 77 cents?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't even think I even cashed that check.
What's the lowest check? Text in. What is the lowest check written to you that you have ever received? The lowest check.
I couldn't tell you. Alexia says, can't stand the digital coupons. The Wi-Fi and data never worked at my QFC, so they couldn't be used. I feel that.
I'm with you, Alexia, right? Can we just...
Give me the coupons back.
Just either do the coupons or just give me the discount. I already have the card.
Just give me a discount.
Just give me the discount. Lisa in Sammamish says, the one that drives me nuts is the whole 12 packs of sodas. When they go on sale, buy 2, get 3 free. I have zero need for 12 packs of soda. Now, Lisa, I used to say that too, but Mark is really good about finding ways to save. And so we have a place where we just stash all of it.
They don't go bad. You can keep them for a long
Yes,
time.
right? Yes.
That's why you got that garage fridge, right? That's for folks here. We were talking about the utility rates hike here. 210 says, a comment on the King County wastewater fee hike. This is the tip of the iceberg for the need to update our utilities infrastructure. As a need, we've been delaying upgrading infrastructure, and in many places, water systems are 80 to 100 years old. The electricity grid is similar, but not as old. We're now paying the price of delayed maintenance, and now it's a big problem with a big price, just like ignoring your car.
Oh, I'm
did you see
wondering
these
if that
text
person
messages?
works for a King County Waste. Wait, what's that?
Did you see these text messages? 3 in a row. They got a check for 5 cents. 3 in a row. Somebody said they got one from Comcast. And then
it's like, thanks.
206 says a 2-cent check from an insurance company.
On the topic of audits, which has been a big topic on our show,
Yeah.
Brian in Lakewood says, why isn't there a yearly audit on this instead of after 6 years? Too much money is lost or wasted in our state and no accountability. So frustrating. We agree with you, and we will continue to stay on top of all of these things that we're uncovering now.
Yep, we had talking about AI-proof jobs here. 425 says AI will take over more of the knowledge careers. Schools should adapt by teaching more hands-on skills like shop and mechanics, also more economic skills and communication.
Ursula, my bad. Are you guys seeing the checks? The amount of money. Isaac from Kingston said, my first paycheck as a nurse was for $0. The nursing home also owned the daycare, and 2 weeks of daycare deducted from a paycheck that only had a few days in it. Meant I got a check for nothing and a bill for the daycare balance.
Okay, gee, you're laughing. That sounds painful.
It probably is. But I'm sure they're laughing when they sent the text.
Oh, no.
Ursula, it's time for your words to live by.
Sadly, for so many people, the cost of childcare is more than you actually make.
It's like rent these days.
No, they got a check for $0.
Imagine you're tearing that thing open.
Isaac,
What?
Isaac, my bad, Isaac, my bad.
Sometimes it feels like it's $0. Okay, this is from former President Dwight Eisenhower. By mutual respect, understanding, and with goodwill, we can always find acceptable solutions to any problems which exist or may arise between us. It's true.
It is true.
I know, you're still thinking about the $0 check.
No, because Nikki just texted in 35 cents for PayPal. Fernando says literally a penny.
Not even reaching $1 with these things.
Well, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
Like when we accidentally left 1 cent in an account.
Yeah.
I kept getting mail telling me there's 1 cent in this account. It was like the cost of the mail was like $1.
That's just annoying.
Nick!
Well, is it bad? Is it bad?
King County send you that mail? Waste? Go ahead, Nick. What do you got?
Well, is it bad to overshare details of who you are from moments more embarrassing and reaching out too far? And if you asked decades before, it'd be more frowned upon. But now with all these smartphones, those guardrails are all but gone.
Tell me something good.
And we might know how Ursula and Gee go without phones, kind of like the desperate feelings if they're camping all alone. I know they'd be a cheap date out in the wilderness when all they want is their tent set up and dinner cooked for them out there.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Isaac says that was with a 30% employee discount on daycare.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Ursula.
It
We
still
gotta go.
hurts.
Thanks, Ursula.
Thank
you,
you.
Paul.
I'm still not over that we're at a Dave & Buster's.
Dave & Buster's, man.
You're just looking for a good time, huh?
Thanks, Nick.
You too.
Hey, the Jake and Spike Show, they're coming in next. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Hours to each day. The problem is you ain't been loved like you should.
Local news from local voices you trust.
Flights out of Joint Base Lewis McChord.
KIRO Newsradio.
Questions about whether the Pentagon is deploying special forces to the Middle East.
The news you depend on.
Gas prices up 25 cents in the last week.
Conversation.
Then all of a sudden, Trump comes out, hey, we're having productive talks.
And your Super Bowl champion Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM. Streaming everywhere on the KIRO News Radio app. KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
You're 62 or older, lots of equity in your home, and you want to pull some cash out, but a refinance or HELOC, well, it means a bigger payment. And the cost of selling your home, it's insane. So what should you do? Hey, Brock Ewart here for Tila Mortgage. You don't need to live at a lower standard than you deserve. You really got three options. Number one, sell your home. Two, get a HELOC or refinance. Or three, get a reverse mortgage. Tila has done the analysis and believes that a reverse mortgage is the most cost-effective way for seniors to get cash out of their homes without selling and having the option of no monthly mortgage payment. Too good to be true? No. Call today and let's compare. Tila, spelled Tila, is a name you can trust for truthful, honest, and ethical advice for all your mortgage needs. Give them a call today. 206-766-8888. That's 206-766-8888 or
Insurance and property taxes are borrower's responsibility. Tila Mortgage LLC is a mortgage broker. NMLS 2472046.
Epic parties start at Staples. Now you can grab Party City balloons, decorations, and tableware, plus matching custom invites, banners, and more right at Staples. That was easy.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon?
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam.